Welcome back to I did this shit.
Instead of killing myself.
Oh, fudge.
Not the paper!
I ripped it. Hello.
Hey.
What's
up?
Happy Monday, week of February 5th.
Hey, what you doing for Black History Month, huh? What's up, guys? We missed you.
Happy Black History Month. How you doing, Alexis? What's going on? What's new?
Oh, what is new? I don't know about you guys, but I love...
Oh, wait, your mic's way too high.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Hey.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
All right. I love February. It's the shortest month.
Not this, well, it's leap year this
Leap year? Dude, I forgot about leap years. Fuck yes. I love leap years.
They're cool.
Yeah.
Because if your birthday's on a leap year...
Then you only have 4 birthdays a year. Or...
No.
No. But
you have one birthday every 4 years.
Right, and then you're
So
young
that means
forever.
If you're 24, you're actually 6.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Watch
That's
out.
interesting. Happy. We got a really good episode today. I'm really excited. Alexis eating bagels. We're good. Well, I want to talk about a movie we saw last night because it was the trippiest movie ever. Saltburn.
It was wild.
Anybody seen Saltburn?
Yes, please comment if you saw this
Comment
movie.
what you thought about Saltburn.
And then also comment how many times you got sexually aroused during the movie.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
It was like a crazy movie. It was
Dude,
crazy.
It's a movie that if you're thinking maybe you might be gay,
It'll figure it out for you.
It'll make you more confused. Dude, it will. This guy. Do you want to give the synopsis?
All right.
Give the synopsis
so there's
for the folks at home.
There's a guy in this movie, and basically he's like a little poverty guy.
Yeah.
He goes to this nice
Oxford.
school.
So this takes place in England.
Yes. And so he's like going to this school, and then there's like a hot, cool guy who comes from a family where they're
ultra wealthy.
Yeah, descendants of kings or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he becomes friends with the hot guy.
To try and get in socially, climb this little ladder. He sucks up to the cool guy.
Yeah. And it's also being told from the perspective of I think he's telling this story after the fact.
Yeah.
That's how, anyway. And so he goes to their summer home.
Yeah, these people are rich,
These
dude.
people, this is think Disney World, but lots of sex dungeons.
The hot, cool guy was Prince Charming.
Yeah.
He's
It was, what was his name?
The actor's name?
Yeah, the guy from Euphoria.
Euphoria guy.
Yeah, Euphoria,
This guy
tall
is
white
so
guy.
cool. But then the nerdy guy who's trying to get in with him falls in love with this dude. The sex scenes in this movie, are they even sex scenes? Or
They
sex
are
fetish
sex
scenes?
There's
Period blood?
there were,
Ejaculate in the tub drain?
as you can tell,
Dude.
David was very upset
Dude,
at a lot
my
of these
fragile
scenes.
mind. Oh my gosh, this guy.
So, I guess we can. Are you gay?
No, but
But
these scenes.
what they make you feel, David?
Dude, I didn't want to feel anything. I can't watch gay sex scenes.
You can. That's literally why it's a gay sex scene.
Oh my god,
It's not real. You're not being forced into doing stuff with a man by watching this scene.
I know, but it just oh god, the masturbating off of another man. Wow. Well, it's a good movie. Pushes the boundaries. Anyway, I thought Saltburn is the name of it. I kept thinking of Salt Bay. You know the Salt Bay thing? That's why
The whole movie? You're
yeah, I
just
was
when's he
wait,
coming out?
what is the Salt Bay guy? He's kind of a rich guy, probably. I don't know. All right, that's enough. That's fine.
I don't know about Saltburn.
Okay, awesome guest today.
Yes.
Oh, we took 4 minutes on that? Shit. Okay.
Fuck. You're going to have to cut that down.
Probably. Our guest today, David Gin.
Comedian. Bow, bow, bow. Dumpling dealer.
Of Queens. Dumpling dealer. So David Gin makes dumplings.
Dude, that's
Dumplings are fantastic.
Dude, dumplings are probably better than any joke any of us could ever think of. Dumplings are the perfect food. Dumpling is the perfect food. It's handheld.
Mm.
It's honestly, it's so fun to make.
You can make dumplings?
Yeah. Me and Kadir used to make dumplings all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, David's like actually Asian, so they're probably better.
Dude, they're definitely better.
Yeah.
They're definitely, yeah. We got them off of a recipe off the internet.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but David makes, good dumplings. So, he's the producer of Lil Dumpling Comedy at Room 52, where he does shows with Katie Blunt.
Hell yeah.
Who's amazing. You babysit for Katie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For now. Okay, so.
Fuck you. This doesn't matter.
I think you're a good babysitter.
I am.
Yeah. But that show's freaking cool. They make dumplings at the show, and they feed he feeds the comics. It's
Feeds
great.
the comics with jokes and sustenance.
Right.
That's
he's
a
also
comic I can get behind.
comic you can get behind. 100%. Or in front of.
You can get behind.
I can get behind.
Anyone can get
Gay.
behind him.
Okay.
All right.
That was
Whatever.
He's the co-producer of Mom's Couch Comedy. And he lived in Atlanta for a while. And
That's where you guys met.
Yeah, I met him down in Atlanta. So David Jin and I, he's so great. We talk about the backstory of us meeting because that's super interesting. And shut up. It is interesting.
It is.
Yeah, and I love it because he was on a track. He was going to be a doctor.
Oh, dude.
Went to medical school.
Hell yeah.
And he's like technically bachelor's of medicine, bachelor's of surgery, almost a doctor. But then at the end of his education, he was like, you know what? I'm going to do stand-up.
Hell yeah.
Pretty cool.
I think there's like I don't know how to say it, but like there's comics that I'm like, you maybe like your brain should be doing bigger things.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, you should be helping the world.
You should be helping the world, not just, but
yeah, right.
Fuck it. If they're funny,
They're funny.
do comedy, bruh.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's helping people with his
parents
jokey jokes.
Didn't know about stand-up, apparently.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you've read this. Yep.
In the comedy closet. You know about that.
I'm in the comedy closet.
Dad still doesn't know
His dad still doesn't know
that he does comedy at all?
Correct.
Damn.
Yes, he told his mom. So apparently, he's got two sides to his family. He's got the Chinese side.
Mm-hmm.
That's the comedy closet. The Chinese side of the family, you don't tell him.
One child
That's his
policy, no comedy policy.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. But on the Vietnamese side, was just his mother, more supportive, and he's out of the comedy closet with her. But his dad, not on social media, won't see this, and also just thinks David's doing a normal day job.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you know, I always say what dads don't know won't hurt them.
Right. And your dad doesn't know anything.
My dad barely knows how to fucking... All he knows how to do is impregnate women and get divorces. So I think that this is perfectly fine. Never tell your dad, David.
Yeah, I won't. Well, he knows.
Yeah.
But, you know.
He can do what he wants.
It's good. What do we talk about? We talk about Joe Coy bombing at the Golden Globes,
Ooh.
which was kind of tragic for the Asian community, apparently. He was a hero of the Philippines and just like this, you know, and it's his shot, and then he bombed.
Well,
did you see Joe Coy's set at the Golden Globes?
I did not, and
Yeah.
I also, you know, I didn't even know they had sets at the Golden Globes. I thought it was like that's like an actor thing.
Well, I guess they get a comedian to MC, and they want it to be fun and light, but he bombed bad. It's a big story.
Damn.
That's okay. And we talked about, I think this is interesting, his first mic ever at a cigar lounge, all black room in Atlanta in 2020.
And the host introduced him as the guy who started COVID.
Yeah.
That sounds like Atlanta.
Give it up for patient zero. Yeah. You're responsible for COVID. Yeah.
That's like
Didn't
fun
go
though.
well, but
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. The crowd was like, "Fuck, we gotta get away."
But honestly, you know, I love that the balls
That's the
to
thing.
go up at your first mic, all black room, and you know.
Oh,
As,
I mean,
as you know,
as an Asian guy.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, I think that like, it's ballsy to get up wherever or whatever for doing it for your first time.
Yeah.
But that is like a different level
For sure, dude.
of like, I don't know.
Yeah, you got to get up in front of some all black rooms. I do too.
Mm-hmm.
It's on our list of things.
I thought that it's like, it's interesting that he got introduced as this guy that started COVID, because it's like, obviously that open mic person was trying to be funny, but then it's like, what would have happened if he was just like, this guy, Asian, like just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's fun to it's fun to be funny and try and be funny, but then it's just also like his life could be completely different. He could,
Right.
yeah,
Butterfly effect shit.
butterfly
If she had
effect.
said one different word, his whole life could be different.
Right. His
Yeah.
dad could know
Right.
or something.
Every decision we ever make, including what I'm about, the words I'm saying right now, are going to change their fucking. God damn it! 10-minute intro. That's way too long. Let's okay.
Oh shit! He performed in 3 countries last year.
Yeah, Africa. No. No, not Africa.
Freudian slip by David. America, Australia, and Canada.
Yeah, not Africa yet. We should do stand up in Africa.
All right.
Because Happy Black History Month. Bring it back around. Okay.
Bringing it back.
All right. That's great. The episode's great. The interview's great. Listen.
Please
skip
listen
ahead
to
if
it.
you want. There's buttons below to skip ahead.
Listen to it.
This week in local comedy, not going to shout out Greenville, South Carolina shows. Keep following and supporting, even though you guys aren't
Greenville
listening
SC
anymore.
comedy.
Dude, the views are down. The South Carolina people, Bane Bear, start sharing it. Start sharing it more down in South Carolina.
Aw,
I need you,
guys.
Bane Bear. And Sauce Got Chokes. Don't give up on us. Don't you quit on it.
Don't you quit on us.
I'm not quitting. Never. And we have our Only Friends show this Saturday.
Yep, February 10th.
February 10th.
Got a sick lineup.
Dude, this is a banger lineup. Honestly, I think we might have
Banger.
overdid it. Like, we have really good comics on this show.
We're probably be the last show ever.
Right. We're running out of good people.
Liza Banks, Luca Farrow, Espy, Riviere, fuck. Fuck! Alejandra Jimenez, Chris Gopo, and Dean David.
Dean David. I like how you saved Dean's name for last, even though we put it at the top.
You know, I like
Big
to
Dean
shake
David
things
fans.
up.
We are a couple of big Dean David.
David's a
I'm thinking
huge
about
Dean David
changing my
fan.
last name to Dean, so it's David Dean.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he would be behind that.
Yeah, I could get behind.
He would love to have 2 of his names out there.
Yeah, anyway. Well, that's it for the intro. Anything else you want to say?
Hey, it's Black History Month. Go kiss a black person on the mouth with consent.
All right.
All right.
That's it for the intro.
Happy
hope you guys have a
Monday.
great week and hope you enjoy the interview. Here it is.
David.
David Jin, welcome to the show. Yeah, we just keep hanging out.
Oh, man. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Welcome,
oh,
dude.
my goodness.
Welcome.
This feels so nice. Is this like my late night appearance? Is
This
this
sort of, yeah. Yeah. Late night. Yeah. Were you a fan of the late night 90s?
I was
comedy
born
shows?
at the end of the 90s, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah,
I'm
you're so
really
young.
young. Yeah. My late night impressions like Seth Meyers,
Boo.
Jon Stewart.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
What I say like whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and clips from like Colbert and like John Oliver.
Colbert's good. or
I've never
used to
watched
be.
like late night, like the whole show though. Like I've only seen clips online. That's
Yeah.
pretty much how I
I
consume.
really didn't like Seth Meyers.
Really?
Yeah, because one time Norm Macdonald said something offensive. This was a Norm reference, but yeah. And then Seth Meyers came out and made a PC statement condemning it.
He condemned Norm.
Yeah.
Like
and then
on the
Norm
show?
was just about what Norm's comments were.
Gotcha.
So then Norm was asked about it. Hey, Seth Meyers doesn't like what you said here. And Norm said, oh, that's good because whenever I ask something just funny, the first thing I ask is, what would Seth Meyers think?
What would Seth Meyers? Is that like the Dave Chappelle thing where it's like whenever something important happens, where's Ja Rule?
Where's
Ja when you need him?
Exactly. So he kind of shit on Seth Meyers. I guess Seth Meyers is fine. I don't know. He's probably around somewhere. Dude.
Probably.
You probably know Seth Meyers. You know
I've never met Seth Meyers. I have met shockingly few celebrities
Really?
in New York City.
Oh, shoot.
You would think being a native, I'd have seen at least a couple. I have
Yeah.
not seen one.
Yeah. Not one. Not one celebrity sighting?
Nah, dude, I haven't seen nobody.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm a whore for that. I love the celebrity sightings.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, where can I find them? At this point, it makes me a celebrity stalker. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, dude, this is kind of long time coming because we know each other going
Way
back.
back.
So I'm like, I met you down in Atlanta.
Yep.
So I want to get your background and stuff. But like, your family's from New York, right?
Well, yeah, we live here. I was raised here.
Okay.
The whole deal. Yeah.
In Flushing,
Nah, Washington Heights.
Washington Heights. That's right.
Yeah, I worked in Flushing for many years, which is why I know it so well, but
Okay.
I grew up in Washington Heights.
Gotcha, gotcha. And okay, so you grew up here, but then I was gonna like start by going over like how you and me met because I love that story. Because
It's such
you
a
were
cool
in
story.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
What were you doing in Atlanta?
I was doing medical rotations in Atlanta,
yeah,
which is where I decided to do stand-up comedy too.
right. Because you were gonna be a doctor.
Supposed to be, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
technically an unlicensed one.
So you're still a doctor.
Legally, my degree says bachelor's of medicine, bachelor's
Yeah.
of surgery.
Okay. So how are you basically done? Like, could you?
No,
go
I'd
and
have
be a
to go
doctor?
take my boards and all that.
Okay.
Get into residency, all of which things I don't really have an interest in doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went through the undergrad portion,
Yep.
basically got all the way to the end.
And then it was just like, nope.
And what did your? And then you told your parents, "Nope, I'm gonna do stand up."
Yep.
So what did your parents think?
Well, they didn't know for the longest time. I was in the comedy closet for a long time.
Yeah.
And now only one of my parents knows I do comedy.
Dude.
The other one
really?
doesn't know.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I've kept it a very well kept secret.
Is the parent that doesn't know on social media? Like, are
Nope.
they gonna see
He will
this?
not.
He will not.
No,
Is
no.
your
He's
dad?
a practical redneck. Yeah, it's my dad. He's a
Wow.
practical redneck now. So.
Dude, I love that saying. You're in the comedy closet.
Yeah, I'm in the comedy closet, dog. Just they will find out when I die,
Oh
or
my
they're gonna see me on a
gosh.
billboard. At that point, it's okay because they can't do anything to me at that point.
But your dad knows you're not going through with medical, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what does he think you're doing?
He thinks I'm just working a regular day job and just trying to figure it out. Dude, my rule
This
is
is
as long as I don't
great.
interfere with his life,
Right.
he has no right to be mad at me.
Right.
Yeah.
This is great. So what's your mom think?
My mom's just like, just make sure I don't ever have to lend you money. And I was like, don't
Oh
worry.
my
I'm like,
gosh.
you know what? I'll take care of myself.
I
you
love
know?
this.
Yeah.
Okay. So your parents, yeah, just wanting you
And
to
my
go
mom
down
keeps
the
it a
straight
secret
and
from my
narrow.
dad. Just, you know, everyone in the family's on the same page, you know.
Oh my god.
It's divided by country actually.
Yeah.
The Chinese side of my family, comedy closet. Vietnamese side, out of the closet. It's just how it
Okay,
is.
your mom is Vietnamese and your
Yeah.
dad's Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because we had Tony Chow on the podcast.
Yeah, Tony Chow. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, my
yeah.
Beijing brother. Yeah.
I loved it. I learned a lot about China and kind of like
Yep.
he talked about growing up there and how there is a lot of pressure to perform and how competitive schooling is and how the
Yup.
parents are like, you better be fucking in
I-
the upper crust of your class or else.
I've taught people. If Tony was like 20 years younger, I probably would have taught him if I was in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I taught those kids over there. It's crazy,
You were a
dude.
teacher over there?
Yeah, at night. I was a night school teacher for
Okay.
like kids and like middle school kids.
When were you doing this?
The whole time I was in medical school.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
you studied abroad or not studied? You taught abroad?
Yeah, illegally.
during
Yeah,
med-
but-
illegally.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, bro.
I had no license to work there, but you know,
Okay.
yeah.
What were you teaching in China?
English.
English.
Yeah, so I had 8 hours of school in the day, 2 hours of teaching at night.
Do you speak Chinese pretty?
Yeah, I
fluently?
speak it well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
for the
yeah.
Chinese viewers, 我会讲国语。早上好，朋友们，我要冰淇淋。
Ni hao. Right?
Yeah.
Hello?
I just did the John Cena meme, the one where he likes the ice cream.
Okay. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, so China.
Yeah.
So, okay, so your parents are...
They met here.
they met here.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. And medical school in Atlanta. And when did you start doing stand-up in Atlanta? At what point in medical school did you start to realize,
My
okay,
final year.
Final year?
Well, I wanted to do stand up in college, but as Tony might have told you, there's not much comedy in China.
Yeah, there's not.
And the city I was in definitely didn't have comedy in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just watching specials,
Mm-hmm.
old specials, back to back to back.
What were your gateway specials?
my
into
gateway
comedy?
specials? Ooh, Chris Rock's. Was it Bring the Pain?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and then Bigger and Blacker.
Okay.
I watched Bill Burr's Paper Tiger a few
Ooh,
times.
Yes, sir.
Killing Him Softly. Chappelle's Killing Him
Yes.
Softly.
That is one of the greatest ever.
Yeah, and like, so what else? There's like one more. Oh, and I forgot the name of the special, but it was one of Joe Coy's earlier specials.
Okay.
And I just like went into a comedy like rabbit hole. A lot of Comedy Central's This Is Not Happening. Remember that
Mhm.
story series?
Mm-hmm.
I think like Ari Shafir used to host it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just watched all of that, and then I
Mhm.
was just like, I'm gonna try stand up at least once.
Yeah.
And then I really enjoyed it, and then
Yeah. I had a quick sidebar on the Joe Coy thing. Was he the guy that just got
That bombed the
embarrassed
Golden
for
Globe?
bombing the Golden Globe?
yeah, the one guy who bombed the gold. It happens. I mean,
I didn't see it. So
It was rough.
It was bad.
It was rough. I feel like
Dude, that is the funniest shit.
I feel like it was extra hard for him because he was the first Asian person to host it. So a lot of us saw him as like a monolith. He was like our hero. Like when Simu Liu like when Simu Liu got into the Avengers, right? When Shang-Chi came out, they're like, "This is our guy now."
Right.
When Joe Coy got on the Golden Globes hosting gig,
Yeah.
a lot of people online were like, "He's the guy now." But like,
Oh my god.
the problem is the audiences just didn't match. His humor doesn't match a lot of like Hollywood humor, man.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna work.
What was the problem with the set? Was it too edgy?
No,
Was it
I
too
think
offensive?
like Joe Coy is famous because he's like the hero of the Philippines, and like for
Okay.
Asian Americans, he connects.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, most of the people at the Golden Globes are not of that demographic.
Yeah, most people at Golden Globes are like rich assholes.
Well, not even rich assholes. They're just not young Asian Americans.
Right. But they're
You know?
celebrities, right? I mean,
They're
most are
celebrities.
celebrities and people who know celebrities. So it's like,
it just wasn't his kind of crowd, I think.
yeah.
And I think that combined with the fact that this is his first time doing a major like I don't know if it's cross-platform, but cross-audience.
Yeah.
You know, it just
Yeah.
maybe it just didn't connect for him.
For sure. You know what that reminds me of is you watch the show Louis on
No,
FX? Oh, you need to watch that.
what's it about?
It's Louis C.K.'s show, and he calls it Louis, so it's about him doing stand-up in New York, and it's so good. You can find episodes on Prime, or you can have to buy them off his website. But they're also interesting and creative. But the episode I was thinking about was when Louis is approached by Jerry Seinfeld to do open for him at a show in the Hamptons. And Louis is supposed to do like 10 minutes in front of Jerry at this benefit. And it's for billionaires and trillionaires.
Oh,
They even say trillionaires.
It's not his regular audience.
No, Louis shows up with like a black T-shirt.
Oh,
just
yeah.
looks like a bum, and he bombs so bad in the show, and that you could hear a pin drop. And
That would be like if Chris Rock's Bigger and Blacker was filmed, but only for a white audience.
Exactly.
Or even worse, like only like a Gabriel Iglesias audience.
Yeah.
But like you swapped Gabriel for Chris Rock.
Right.
It would have gone very differently.
yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't have
man.
your audience. You're yeah. And plus, especially, I mean, I kind of feel like a really rich, fancy audience could be the worst. They're not. Yeah.
Ricky Gervais has famously said he hates doing it.
Yeah, like benefits. And
Yeah, and that's
award
Ricky
shows.
Gervais, one of the best roast comics I've ever seen in
Yeah,
the history of roast comics.
dude, 100%. But okay, so you're all into comedy,
Yeah, I'm all in comedy right
and then
now.
what your first mic in Atlanta? Which one
Oh
did you
man,
go
it
to?
was shout outs to Derek Nicholson for
Right.
if he ever sees this, Derek. I remember the first mic I did with you was at the Beaumont Cigar Lounge. And it
remember this
was rough. I remember it was like, well, first of all, it was really far. It was like a half hour, 40-minute drive for me.
Okay.
And I got there, and I was literally one of 3 non-black people in the room. Like, it was a very black room. And I don't mean that in an offensive way, but I mean, like, I had never done this before. So this
Right.
is like,
Right.
and I see the comics going up, and they're doing their thing, right? And I remember the host that day introduced me. She just met me for the first time. I was just like, hey, I'm here to check in for the mic. My name's
Right,
David.
right.
She's like, cool. And she puts me up, and the first thing she says is, this is during COVID, right? This is like 2000 and I want to say like 20, late 2020, maybe early 2021.
Okay. Yeah.
She goes like, fresh from China with the coronavirus. I was like, yo, what the hell? What kind of intro? That's mad rude. She said it in such a rude way. I was like, yo, I didn't deserve that.
It's pretty funny.
She's not wrong. Like, she's not wrong, but like also I feel like I didn't need that.
Give
you
it
know?
up for Patient Zero.
Yeah, literally like that.
Straight out of
Oh,
Wuhan.
yo, straight
Talking
up.
shit, everybody.
And I was just like, what the hell? And you could tell the crowd started seizing up on her. She was just like,
Oh, they freaked out.
yeah, no, they were
stuff?
just like, that's kind of rude. You don't even know this kid.
Oh,
Why
so
would you
she
do
didn't
that
do
to
it
him?
in the right tone.
Yeah, she did it in like she thought she was being mad funny,
Oh,
but it just
yeah.
came off mad racist for no reason.
Oh God.
Like, I'm not
Yeah,
against
that
like a
she-
little bit of like racy jokes. I don't really
put-
care,
she
but
put you in a hole.
the
right
way
away.
she did it, I was just like, yo,
Yeah.
that was a lot, man.
Especially for you, it's your first mic. You're
First
probably nervous
mic,
and shit.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man. So
man.
how'd the set go?
Except when like some of it was good, some of it was bad. I don't use any of
Uh-huh.
those jokes anymore, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember like they were more supportive. I feel like just because of that rough intro, they were just like,
Oh, nice.
and then afterwards, she after the mic ended, she was like, "Oh, I was just playing with you, right?" I was like, "It didn't
Right.
sound that way when you said it." I'll be honest with you.
You're like, no.
It's like now that they like me, you're on my side. Like,
pissed at
yo,
you,
hold
lady.
up, yeah,
You're
like,
dead to
whoa.
me. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who the host's name was, but she knows who she is.
I gotta say some racist shit to you to get back. At you. I'm gonna say one thing. No. Oh man, dude, that's a cool first mic story. It was a
Yeah.
cigar lounge.
Cigar lounge.
Oh,
It was like a
dude.
whiskey cigar lounge. All
Hell
the TVs
yeah.
was just playing rolls of video, played back video of like people making cigars, like tobacco,
Okay.
like the paper and all
Yeah,
that. Just-
dude. I've hung out at places like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't done that one.
I no, well,
That one was really out of the way. I'll be honest. That was
Yeah.
really out of the way.
dude, I might have. You know, I hadn't done a much comedy in Atlanta. I was mostly in South Carolina at that time. But it's interesting. You started in 2020. I forgot that we started around the same time. 'Cause I
Yeah.
started in July of 2020.
Yeah,
And yeah, same time.
yeah, that's
Shit, yeah.
crazy. It's how we met too. It's pretty much.
That's how we met. Yeah, yeah, and I really like that story because that was a fun night. It was at Roll Call.
Roll
right?
call. Was
At
that the bucket mic night?
the bucket mic at Ponds?
Yeah.
And I remember you did not get your name in the bucket until later. You maybe were coming.
I
from
was
somewhere
literally
else.
the last person. No, I was there like reasonably on time,
Yeah.
but I was somehow the last person in the bucket. But then they were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, well, we gotta leave now," and I was the only person in the bucket who didn't
Yeah.
get to go up.
Yep.
And the host of the mic was like, "Well, you could do your set for us in the parking lot," and I was
Yeah.
like, "That is absolutely not happening." I have been
Right.
doing this for like 3 months now, and I had enough dignity at that point. I'm like, I'm not doing my
Yeah.
set, my open mic set
Yeah.
in a parking lot at midnight. That is not happening.
Right, for sure. But you did, and it was so great.
Oh my
We
God,
were
I
on the
forgot that I
sidewalk
did that.
outside of the venue, and
Oh,
everybody was
God.
like, everybody felt bad. The comics were super nice. They're like, dude,
Yeah.
no, do your jokes. Like, fuck it, we'll listen. It was all comics in the room
Yeah.
anyway. So you did your jokes. It was funny.
Yeah, it happened.
And I was like, fuck yeah, David Jin is the man. He's a medical school student.
The
and-
parking lot comic.
and he's willing to do a set, which I would never do. I would be so fucking in my own head about that. But it was so great.
Oh, dude, I've
The
been
vibe was
in my
great.
own head about that since.
No, dude, it was great.
Oh, my
No, it was
goodness.
so fun. And,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I don't think I saw you again until 2021.
Yep, I haven't seen you in a while since after that. I think I ran into you one more time in Atlanta.
Yeah, maybe.
It was like maybe one more time I ran into you, and then suddenly you're in New York, and I'm like, oh no, that's not what happened. You came to New York to see Joe List.
Yeah, this was This was December 2021.
Yeah.
And Joe List, I was becoming a fucking obsessive Joe List fan, like bad. Like I just was
He lives
so-
not too far from here,
I
right?
know. I want to meet him, dude. I want to meet him. He
Just
probably,
stalk him at Grove. Just
I know. I think he's at the Grove coming up here in a couple weeks, so I kind of want to go say what's up to him. But yeah, we went to. I was flying up, and you were the only other comic I knew in New York, and I had an extra ticket to the Joe List special taping when he taped. What was the special? This year's material.
This year's material. Yeah.
Yeah. So Maddie, the girl that I was also visiting, she was like, I don't want to go to any more comedy shows. And I was like, that's okay. I'll ask David.
Oh man, this
You
worked
came
out.
and that was
It
fucking
worked out
sweet.
so perfectly.
Yeah.
I remember that was my first time in the Comedy Cellar, actually.
That
So thank
was?
you for that. That was
No,
my first time at
worries,
the
dude.
Cellar.
No worries, man. I had
Yeah.
the extra ticket. It was
And we
fine.
got to see two tapings that night.
Yeah. That was an epic night. Yeah.
That was an epic night. You know he cut me out of that? Did I tell you that?
No, yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, I was grumpy about that.
Yeah. Wait, so people listening, we saw the hour and
Fantastic hour.
Killer.
If you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? Go see it.
yeah, go see Joe List this year.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
It's free. This guy should be way bigger than he is. But so then we walked around the corner. That was at Village Underground, and then we
Mhm.
walked around the corner, and we went to the other Comedy Cellar, which was sold out.
Yep.
And we got on the wait list, and we got like the last 2 seats in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic night. It was like Gianmarco was on, Simeon Goodson was
Oh,
up.
yeah, you remember the other people?
Well, I
Yeah.
ended up actually working with Simeon later on, so it was just
Oh,
like a
shit,
cool
yeah.
like round circle moment.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then
And then the camera crews came in, and they said, we're not going to be serving checks for the next 20 minutes. We can't tell you why, but somebody's coming down soon.
yeah, we were just like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Comedy Cellar food, by the way, pretty damn good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Their
Pretty good.
dips, the mac and cheese, all pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Aziz Ansari.
Just taping a special, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a cool thing.
And then he had a crowd work that he involved you in.
Yep.
What did he say to you?
So he
again?
was like talking about getting detached from his phone, and like he was asking me like, oh, how do you kind of whatever, calm down or whatever. And me as a new open mic comedian was like, oh, I make dumplings, but I actually do make dumplings. Like it's not like it's a real thing that I do. And he's like, I asked you what your job was. I didn't ask you what your job was. I asked you what you did for fun. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I had like that like Matt Rife audience moment where like, finally, you know, I'm gonna be in a clip one day.
Yeah, right.
Oh man. And then the special comes out. And I text Dave, I'm like, yo, the special's out.
I know.
And I watched this whole thing just looking for that moment.
I know.
And I think out of almost everyone who was involved in that special, I'm the only clip that got taken out. I was like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah, I know.
I've been waiting for months.
Dude, I was looking for myself too because I didn't talk to him, but I was like, I know what
The
shirt,
camera should have panned over to you,
I
right?
know, yeah. I was like, I got a
Oh,
green
dude.
shirt on tonight. I can't miss it. But yeah, we both aren't in it.
Oh, it's okay.
But I thought you were gonna be in it because I remember the producer, whoever, made you sign.
Yeah,
the
they made us
thing
all
that
sign
is-
NDAs. Like, you can't tell people about this. And I held this secret for months. I was like,
And
oh,
did
this
you
is
have
gonna
to
be
like
sick.
disclose? Like you gave them your
Oh yeah, they
permission?
own that material now. Apparently, I don't know if they
Yeah.
still do if they didn't use it, but
Yeah.
yeah, it happened.
If we still had DVDs, it probably would have definitely been in that.
Yeah, when like the deleted scenes.
You don't know about DVDs.
I know about DVDs. I used Netflix when it was still a DVD mail service.
Oh fuck yeah! Okay, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like with the DVD, there would be like extras,
Yeah.
director's cut,
cut.
yeah, like extra footage.
Yeah.
yeah, but still, fucking
Yeah,
great
it was
night.
great
To
time,
see
man.
Joe List and Aziz Ansari, both tape specials in one night and a whole.
It was a
other
fantastic evening.
lineup. Yeah, so that was fucking great.
Yeah.
And then moved here. So
I'm surprised you moved here. I was like, oh crap,
why
you
were
really
you
did.
surprised?
I know you said you was gonna do it, but like a lot of people who say they're gonna move to New York decide to make better choices with their life. Like,
Yeah.
wait, but I'm glad you did, man.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped to be here.
Yeah, I didn't even know when you moved. I just saw you at on one of the mics or something. I was like, is that David?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, I think I messaged you once a couple months before that we were going to, and then and then ran into you at we're doing our whole fucking background, but I don't care. This is cool. It was after a comedy mob thing, and what's her name? Katie Blunt
Katie Blood.
was there. I
Yes,
think
it
she
was a
the
karaoke,
person-
and we saw you at karaoke.
There was a random karaoke.
Dude,
night.
it was sick.
Yeah, that was the funnest night ever.
That
And
was
I
one of the
like,
best
"David, oh my
karaoke
God, you're
experiences.
here."
We're like, holy shit.
Yeah. So that's awesome. So you've been back here for how long? Since
Almost 3 years now.
almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
Holy shit!
So like I left Atlanta Thanksgiving a little after Thanksgiving
Mhm.
of 2021.
Yeah,
So that now I'm here. I've been here since.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel?
Comedy.
years.
I gotta say this
Comedy.
last year of comedy. I gotta say it was a pretty nice year of comedy. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. It was a lot of growing. A lot of
Yeah.
growing as a comic. Learning
Yeah.
how to run shows, things like that.
Yeah.
It's been eye opening. I got to do comedy in like 3 countries last year. It was great.
Which countries?
Well, America, right, and then
Yeah.
Australia and Canada.
Okay.
So that was great.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Were you in Canada this past
First
December?
week
January?
of December.
Hell yeah!
First week of December, did like 4 or 5 shows out in Canada.
Okay, what are Canadians like?
They're
Are they
interesting.
similar to Americans?
They're more like Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
Like
I don't
very
know.
drug friendly,
Okay.
very chilled out,
They're chilled out.
and they seize up about the weirdest stuff.
What's a sensitive issue to a Canadian?
I don't know. I feel like you can't even get close to telling a gay joke there if you're not part of that community.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if this is just maybe the show I did, but it felt a little bit like that. But
Mm.
overall, I think they're very open to drinking at shows, which makes
Okay.
them more fun to work with. Not that I'm saying I'm preying on alcoholism, but when they're more loose, it's just more fun.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
booze up more than American audiences.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, interesting.
Because they have less comedy there saturation-wise.
Sure.
So they're going out to comedy for a good time.
Yeah. And Canadians, it's cold. up
Canadians,
there.
yeah, they need a drink.
What do they? What do they got
what
to
are they
do?
gonna do?
Hockey. And
Most of them don't
dropping down
do
trees or something.
We're not talking about like Saskatchewan, dude. You're talking about like New Brunswick, Canada Canadians.
Yeah.
Moose Canadians, as I call them.
Moose Canadians.
Yeah, just like tundra Canadians. You know?
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like just like Toronto. Yeah, it's just people was just chill.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay, but most of the stuff will translate. It's
Most of it translates. Same with
Okay.
Australia.
Australia.
Most translate.
Yeah, I hear Australians are kind of they're savage. They're down for anything. Is that true? Like they
Australians
you
can be. I feel like it depends on what city you're in.
Okay.
Like Sydney, when I was there, the show I did there felt kind of they pulled back on like random stuff. I was like, yo,
Mhm.
it's still a comedy show. What the hell?
Right.
But then like in Melbourne, all the shows they were great.
Yeah.
Adelaide, South Australia, small town, but it was
Yeah.
like fantastic.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, a buddy of ours from Asheville is in Australia, or he studied abroad. He's a college kid,
Oh, nice.
and he was doing comedy there. I forget what he told me about how his stand-up shows were going, but we did have another guy on here that was from New Zealand, and he said New Zealand has a distinct vibe. They have a little rivalry with Australia, but apparently they don't like each other. But also, kind of their style is self-deprecating, authentic, very chill.
Very chill.
Just
Can't tackle weird topics. You gotta be like just self-deprecating, silly humor. They like silly
yeah,
humor.
silly. Okay.
They like you be like goofy, very loose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyman comedy.
Everyman comedy. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no egos.
Yeah, you can't have like a big ego on stage.
Yeah,
They get weird
they'll be
about
like,
it. They're like, oh, you think you better than this? It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Nah,
Do you
bro.
have a big ego, David?
Huh?
Do you
No,
have a big ego?
I don't think I have an ego at all, really. I try my best not to. I feel like as a guy who makes dumplings, I don't really have
You
a right
could,
to
dude.
tell people.
You
I'm not
could
an authority on most things.
Yeah. Yeah, ego's weird in comedy. I don't know. Yeah. Because on the one hand, you want confidence,
Yeah.
but on the other,
I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to learn about developing an ego without it becoming disrespect. Like I want to learn self-respect,
Yeah.
but without it becoming a huge ego. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's okay to be self-respecting without showing an ego. I'm just trying to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to come off cocky.
Yeah. You're just, sure yourself, doing your thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're competent, but you don't have to tell everybody about. Yeah, actually, that's what I think people do with egos that are insecure.
What do you mean?
They'll flaunt they'll be like, they'll talk about themselves doing stuff. You know what I mean? They'll be like,
I mean, like what we're doing right now.
yeah, basically.
Oh, what I'm doing right now.
Basically.
My ego is just humongous right now.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, doing a podcast, ego. Yeah. No, yeah, that's a mind fuck for sure. But I just mean the guys that's like, look at my car. Look at my girlfriend.
Oh, true.
Look at my fucking, yeah. Or they're like, this makes me, the
Very
fucking man.
uncomfortable. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
You're not a sum of the things you have, but the sum of the things you show to people.
Mhm.
It's one of the
Yeah,
weird-
if it's too showy.
Yeah, too showy.
Yeah. But then you can, dude, I coached football in Charlotte one time, like one season, and our coach would tell the kids this. He'd be like, don't talk about it, be about it. So.
That's a good coach.
It is. Podcast is the opposite, though. It's all talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, you brought that up too. You said you want to think about starting a podcast.
Yeah, I thought about it. I want to start a podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's more so just like a place for me to. I want to try. I don't know if I have any like particular message or any kind of like thoughts I feel like are valuable to the world.
Right.
But I feel like it'd be fun to just have these like conversations with
Yeah.
people, and I feel like the camera being a part of it. I don't know, it like affects the context of that conversation a little bit. You know?
What do you mean? Like because you're recording it?
Yeah, like just because, like it's almost like if you're not used to being on camera and you get recorded for the first time and you're getting
Yeah.
recorded, you behave,
Sure.
you like naturally behave differently
Mhm.
because you don't want to look like you're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's hard to get people to like relax and settle down.
yeah, but also just like it feels like I've got a neon sign, I want to use it.
Yeah.
We've got a neon sign, I just want to use it. It's not like we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna start this huge podcast, it's gonna become a thing.
So what's the story on the neon sign? I know you told me before.
So we have a show. I think we still kind of do a show in Flushing, called Mom's Couch, which is me and my co-producer Tiffany, and it's just about like two kids who still people who live with their parents. It's just like living on your mom's couch. It's supposed to. The idea was to resonate with like Gen Z or millennials, whatever that group of people is that still does that,
Mm-hmm.
or just like be relatable.
Yeah.
And Tiffany's very artistically inclined, so she was just like, "Yo, what if we get like a neon sign?" I was like,
Yeah.
"I could look into that."
Hell
So I went to this Korean dude in Flushing. I was like, "Yo, how much for the neon sign?" And next thing you know, we had a neon sign. I don't know. It was that simple.
Dude, that's all you need. Once you have the sign, the rest of the show.
It's just like a neon sign. It's cool. It
Just
looks like a
organize it
crayon
around.
doodle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It just says mom's couch on
Just
it.
says mom's couch.
Fuck yeah.
In like 6 different colors.
Mhm. Yeah. That'd be cool, dude.
It's a cool little sign. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
you need barely anything.
It's got a
to get
dimmer
started.
too, so it's like it's never
Yeah.
too bright. It's nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all you need is one of these things, a Zoom
Yeah.
HD recorder, and this is cool because it's like mobile. You can take this and record episodes wherever.
Oh,
like,
word?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shoot.
have the ring light. That's people, that you can throw in a backpack, and yeah, it's all you need. And an iPhone.
And I don't need the other 4 lights, right? Okay, I'm gonna say that's a lot of backpacks to carry around.
Yeah. I have this much lighting because I'm getting older and I'm insecure about bad lighting.
Really?
Because in good lighting,
You look great. What are you talking about? You're a good looking dude. What are you talking about,
I love
my guy?
you, man. No, but good lighting, man, it hides the aging wrinkles.
I feel like you got to keep the mustache and the beard. I
You
feel
think so?
like if you shave it, it'll look weird.
Yeah,
And maybe because I've only ever known you like a little bit of scruff, but like
Yeah.
if you went baby faced, I feel like it would look weird.
Yeah, probably would.
It would make you look like you were like just graduating college.
Well, maybe I'll do that because I could date.
Oh,
Younger.
like no, it'd be like the awkward college phase for sure.
Yeah, because I would still look older, so I would probably look like the most burned out college
Yeah,
student.
exactly. You just be like, this college kid aged weirdly.
Yeah,
Not
for
even
sure.
badly, just
For sure.
can't put a finger on it. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been through some shit. You got a baby face.
I got a baby. Yeah, and I wish I could grow something so I could, hide all of this. This is, oh my goodness.
Oh no, you look good, dude. You look
Nah,
good.
bro.
What how old are you now?
I'm 26. I just turned
You're 26?
Yeah, last month.
Dude, yeah, you could be 22.
Yeah.
It's weird how much time goes by because when I met you, you were 24, 22.
When you met me, I
I'm an
was
idiot. I
23.
Can't do math. 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm young and we'll probably look this way till I hit menopause. Probably. Most likely.
That's a great problem to have.
Yeah, probably. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. And great hair. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, you're aging well, dude. The long hair is working
Dude,
for
I got
you.
hair transplants. I already talked about this before on the show.
Oh,
but-
well, they look great.
Thanks, dude. Thanks. This is this is very nice. Yeah. But dude, okay, so on this podcast, what was the vibe going to be? Or what could it be if you're going
what
to
could
tease
it be?
for people?
I think at some point we're going to start making dumplings, just having dumpling wrapping conversations.
Oh, did she make dumplings too?
Yeah, she knows how to cook. She's an excellent cook.
Hell yeah.
And I cook, so it's just like, we just do like a just a little bit of dumpling wrapping,
yeah.
Empty thoughts type of thing.
Yeah.
Talk about stuff we see around. I don't know. We were supposed to meet today actually to talk about what we were going to talk about on the podcast, but we had to reschedule. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Dude, that sounds like an awesome format. So you'd have a setup in a kitchen with like
Yeah, in a basement actually.
in a basement.
In a basement.
Okay. So, dude, dumplings. So this is a big thing with like a theme of one of the shows you do.
Yeah.
Lil Dumpling Comedy.
That's right. The
at
little
Room
dumpling.
52.
At room 52.
Yeah. So how do you make dumplings?
I buy the meat. I buy the mix-ins or whatever, the seasonings. Mix it by hand, and then I wrap them. And then I freeze them. And on the day of the show, I transport the frozen dumplings and I cook them fresh there.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I just figured a little unique dinner show concept
Mm-hmm.
because there's 1,000,001 comedy shows in this city. I was like, well,
Yes.
why don't I offer a unique service?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been a fun show. I gotta be honest.
Absolutely. So you bring enough to feed like
I've sold
many
out of
people we
food
talking?
twice already because I didn't anticipate for like day of walk-in
Mhm.
ticket sales.
yeah.
But generally, we're like 250 dumplings.
Wow.
The food's cheap too. Like I make sure that the dumplings are like everyman price. Like
yeah.
they're only $5 for an order, which is
Yeah.
order of 4 dumplings in Midtown Manhattan is
Yeah.
unheard of.
For sure. Absolutely. So you feed them.
Feed them,
Make
and then
'em
if they're
laugh.
eating, they're drinking.
Yeah.
So the bar sales are good for the venue,
Hell yeah.
and I put on a solid line of comedians to entertain them while they're doing all that.
Yeah. Feed the comics too.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
If they're on my show, if they're coming to hang, they gotta buy the food because I just don't have that much. I'm running on like razor thin margins. You understand?
Right.
Like,
yeah, yeah, dumplings, dude. Yeah, that's such a good idea to add a little something
Yeah.
to your show.
I don't know if you've noticed, I've never booked a comedian who has a huge appetite because if they eat all the free dumplings, I'll be out of food. Like,
Yeah, you'll never book. Yeah, never book me. I would eat fucking all of
yeah, you eat like 40 dumplings. Like, well, there goes like a quarter of my supply.
Dude, yeah, I'm so guilty of that. And honestly, like that was a thing in high school where what we would fuck up is the Chinese buffet.
Oh, I love the Chinese buffet. Unironically love it.
Yeah,
They say it's bad Chinese food. I don't care.
I don't think it is.
I don't care if it is real Chinese food or not.
Yeah.
It has what I want, and
Yeah.
it tastes the way I expect it to taste.
For sure.
And as long as I don't get sick after, I'm for it.
Dude, yes.
It has its own unique space in the dining ecosystem.
100%.
No one goes there on like an anniversary dinner.
Yeah.
Well, most people don't, rather.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a good holiday meal. Like,
Yeah.
if you're home for the holidays, like on one of the off days where you're not preparing food for a family,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, dude, we just
You want something cheap? You don't know what you want?
Yeah.
Why not everything?
Take the family to the Chinese buffet, and you have, like on a Saturday morning is a good.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite thing in high school, where we'd have a football game on Saturday or Friday night. Excuse me, or maybe just whatever. And then on a Saturday morning, we get our buddies. And like they'd be offensive linemen, so they could eat some food.
They
And
could
I
put-
would
they could
crush
house
food.
it, huh?
Yeah, so we'd be like, "This is our plan today. We're going to the Grand King buffet, and we're gonna fucking crush food, and then we're gonna go back to one of our buddies' house, watch our movies, and pass out."
So what position you play in football?
Oh well, in high school I played linebacker and quarterback, and then college I played defensive end and.
Gotcha. So
D-line.
you play college football. No wonder
Yeah,
you're like
dude.
you're reasonably athletically built.
Yeah, I wasn't that athletic. I had to learn athleticism, but yeah, I used to be fat. I used to be big. I used to be like 250
I
pounds.
used to be. I still am.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm like
dude.
230,
No, your
dog.
build's perfect. You're 230.
I'm like 230.
Oh shit, maybe you are.
Just like densely packed.
I'm just kidding. But how tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". Okay.
I stopped saying 5'11". I realized it's a lie.
Yeah.
5'11" doesn't exist, actually.
yeah. Yeah.
I've
No,
never met
but-
anybody who was actually 5'11".
Yeah. Yeah. You're 5'10" for real?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, dude, you get some of those shoes I see them advertised on.
That's
Instagram,
why I wear
like, you
J's,
get
man. That's
extra-
why I wear the J.
What do you wear?
I wear Jordans for a reason.
Jordans? Hell yeah.
You'll never catch me in Converses, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, dude. I wear Air Force Ones now.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes you like 6'6". I get it.
No, it makes me. Yeah. Maybe it makes me 6'4".
6'4". Yeah, that's like an
Yeah.
inch, solid inch.
Yeah, dude. My
Solid.
company got them for me. I was psyched.
Nice.
They gave us a gift, and it was just like, yeah. They
That's
had a
awesome,
little
man.
embroidered yellow. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't gotten Air Force Ones otherwise. But
They're not the most comfortable shoes in the world,
yeah.
but they are good looking.
Yeah. Also, New York,
Kind of a
you're
thing.
supposed to style. Actually, yeah, this is a good question for you. What is New York style to you?
New York style to me, well, I dress pretty bummy most of the time, but generally, I feel like the New York that I grew up with is very focused on an outfit that you build basically like either you have two angles, right? You can go like the fashionista route, which is like the people who wear those really like creative outfits down in like Soho and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Those people who really like try to push the boundaries of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Or people just try to dress like like tones, like browns, blacks, grays,
Mhm.
like keep things kind of tidy, neat.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the era of suits is kind of like gone in
Yeah.
the sense of like most people around here don't really wear suits much anymore unless you
Yeah.
have a job that requires it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it's like Chelsea boots, right?
Yeah.
It's like jeans, but don't look like jeans.
right.
Jeans that look like chinos, or chinos that look
Right.
like jeans,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But like that blue denim's not as common anymore as it used to be.
Okay.
And a lot of, at least the side of New York I grew up with in Washington Heights, was a lot about sneakers. So it's just like,
Okay.
yeah, sneaker culture's big here.
It's still big.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'd
Sneaker
like to
culture is
get
always
into-
fun.
I
It's
like-
expensive, but it's fun.
Yeah, I like to get back into sneakers.
It's a good place to get back into it.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of on this kick lately, and I don't know if you relate to this. You're probably too young, but this is what people think about in their fucking 30s. After you've gone through every clinical psychology YouTube video that you can watch, there's stuff I've been watching about reconnecting with your childhood
Uh-huh.
and like shit you used to love as a kid.
Right.
So like one of the things I used to love as a kid is video games. So we just got a PS5, or I just got one. I was just like, fuck it, I'm getting a PS5. So I have a PS5.
Nice.
I haven't played it that much, but and then the sneakers, that just reminded me because I used to be into sneakers so much in like 3rd or 4th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and like the hot thing would be like get the new Jordans. And like we'd get this catalog and we'd look through
Oh,
it,
man.
and like whoever had the new cool Jordans.
That's
like,
crazy, man.
Yeah.
I
it
never
was
got to
fun.
have them as a kid. That's why.
Yeah.
I think like it left an imprint on me as a child that like I couldn't get the Jordans because they were too expensive.
Yeah.
That like when I finally started making my own money, I was like, I'm gonna irresponsibly spend every penny I have on
On
shoes.
shoes?
Whole life force inside have been leather and
Yeah.
shoelace. Like,
Yeah, for sure. But I love that shit. Sneakers. That's a nice little accent. It's like
showcase
a
nice pair of shoes, and it's not even for everybody else. I feel like it used to be for everybody else, and now for me, it's like I wear it and like, oh, I like them. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, the sneakers as a part of fashion.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Anything colorful Jordans were good.
Colorful
or Kanye's. Are
Kanye's
those still cool?
Oh, the Kanye shoes are always gonna be in fashion.
Okay.
The best part about the Kanye shoes was that when he got in trouble with Adidas for his anti-Semitic comments, the best part about that was everybody was boycotting them except Williamsburg Jewish people.
Really?
Which is hilarious to me because that should be that should be the angriest group of people.
Yeah.
Right? That was the intended target of his comments.
Yeah. They were like,
we don't care.
Yeah.
I was driving to Williamsburg. I see Yeezys everywhere. And I'm like, he lost how many? Like $1 billion? Because it's something he said about your group and everyone else got mad for you guys.
Yeah.
But y'all like, I don't care.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, what were you really into as a kid? Like,
as a kid, I wasn't into shoes.
Right, no, but what were you into?
Oh, like trading cards.
Trading cards.
Trading cards like Yu-Gi-Oh! I played a lot of Pokemon as a kid, like video games on the Game Boy.
Okay.
And I played a lot of chess as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still play chess?
I haven't played in a long time. I'm not like as good as I used to be, but like I can still play.
Yeah.
For sure I can still play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on a flight recently and they had a video game of chess and you play against the computer.
Oh, yeah.
And I was remembering back because I played chess as a kid too sometimes.
Word.
And yeah. I wasn't very good though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how your mind works. Like, are you a pretty strategic minded person and rational? Like, you can see 5 moves ahead?
I can usually.
Okay.
I feel like when I was still good at it, I could do like maybe like up. I could play a game like I used to play competitively, so that's kind of like
shit. Yeah, you're fucking.
I wasn't the best member. No. I was like nowhere near the best in my team, but I was like, I had some peaks and valleys. You know, I had some few tournaments. I was like, okay, you got it, you got it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. How I play chess is usually like, I don't know. I'll be like, okay, this is a safe move. Okay, move the pawn out, and I'll be like, okay, I can move here. I won't get screwed. I'm good. And then I'll make like the third or fourth move. I'll be like, oh, I made a mistake. The guy can get me. And then I'm all of a sudden on my heels. And then they're like, you know.
Chess the long-lasting impression of chess for me was that it made me an overthinker.
Really?
Which triggers chronic anxiety. Anytime I need to think about how somebody will feel or react to something that I did, I start going to the worst possible direction and calculating backwards. Like, I could say something in passing, like as a passing comment to somebody while we're hanging out. And I'll be like, I'll go home and be like, wait, was what I said really messed up? Yeah. Oh, shoot. What are the possible outcomes of this? Are they going to, like, hate me?
Oh, my gosh.
And, like, that's all it really did for me.
Yeah.
I feel like Farsight messed up my right in front of me sight.
You're always thinking, like, oh, dude.
Oh, man.
I think that was fine. But what am I not thinking about?
It's a dating nightmare, I'll tell you that. It's literally a perpetual game of she loves me, she hates me, she loves me not, she hates me.
Are you doing the swipes on that? Is that?
Oh, dude, it's a nightmare. I'm like autistic on dating apps. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, dude.
Dating apps make me feel like I might have an issue.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's a good topic. Fucking dating apps. You're
a nightmare.
Yeah. So you're a single guy right now?
Currently, yes.
Okay. What is your mindset with the relationship thing? Are you like wanting one?
I think like I prefer a relationship just because it, like I said, I got like that anxiety thing where it's like, I don't like guessing games that much.
Yeah.
So I like to meet somebody who like I mesh well with, can build something out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at like, I'm not really like my mindset never really works for like hookups and stuff like that.
Good.
The few times that it has, I've been severely inebriated.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, that's nice. You grew out of it at 26.
I had to grow up fast, man. I lived in China alone.
No, that's good. That's a good responsible. Yeah, it's a good advertisement. He's trying to build something.
Trying to build something.
I'm trying to build something too. I feel exactly the same.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, but it took me much longer to try and.
Also, as a comedian, I feel like it's better. It's important to like have a relationship with somebody you trust because if once you start going on the road, it becomes like whenever that ends up happening for me, it's like. I don't want to have the worry of like, this might fall apart because I'm, not there or whatever, lack of attention.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that is important to like kind of ground yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I value it. And I look at comics that are like, you know, that I like that have gotten like through their 30s and stuff. And a lot of comics you see like settle down or they at least get married.
Yeah.
Or they get something to be like, okay, like I'm going to be stable.
Exactly.
And
I'm like, I understand why.
yeah,
You know?
for sure.
You're flying like if they're flying like guys like that are flying every day of the week almost, right?
Mhm.
Usually only back in New York City. You can
Yeah.
always tell in New York City too, because pro comics will only do New York City really. If they're not at the Cellar, they're not in New York City on weekends. They're usually
Right.
doing a paid gig somewhere else.
Yeah.
You can only really get them
and
on an indie
fucking-
show like between like Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah. Because they're in fucking Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, getting paid like $1,000 to do like
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes. You know.
In front of normal, nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
People who aren't jaded and broken inside.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, your experience pretty jaded here, huh?
No, I like
Yeah.
New York City.
Yeah.
I think New
No,
York
not
City.
you're jaded, but they can be that way.
They can. They absolutely
yeah,
can. be.
Comics can be. It kind of depends, but yeah, I felt that for sure.
Yeah, for
was-
sure.
Yeah, it was sad. It was depressing to me.
You ever hit the point where you look at yourself after a mic, you're like, why do I even do this? Or like you do a show,
Yeah.
like you do like a spot you were booked for in front of a good audience, and,
Yeah.
you still like you just have a rough one, which happens, but it happens.
Yeah.
And when it does, you're like, I'm the problem.
Yeah. Oh, if that happens, if it's a good audience and you fuck up.
Oh my god, and you're just like,
Oh.
I suck, I'm worthless.
Yeah.
All the bad stuff
Oh,
enters your head.
God. Yeah.
I've had that
Shit.
happen at my own show, and it wasn't even that bad, but I just like felt like the host set was kind of cold because I host my own
But
show.
hosting's like that all the time.
Yeah, but even sometimes I just go home like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, that's true.
Every once in a while, you
Oh,
know.
shit. Yeah. I think about that.
Yeah.
Shit, I wasn't thinking about it now.
I'm sorry,
We
I
got a
didn't mean
show
to-
Saturday.
intrusive thoughts. If you're in Queens, check out his show. He runs a
Yeah.
fantastic show.
Yeah. He's never been.
Very
but
intimate
he's
venue, but I've
vouching.
heard many good things about it from many reputable sources. I don't preach things I don't believe in, you know?
Dude, we were worried that we were like in trouble for it. Like
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I
no
don't know.
audience?
No. Like somebody this is I don't give a fuck, we'll tell, but like somebody threw eggs at us
What?
after the show was over.
What?
Yeah.
Someone threw eggs?
Yeah,
Nah,
dude.
that's crazy, dog.
I-
I have never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that is
I
wild.
mentioned it once on here, I think, but you know, it was so it was after the show. It was on January 6th, and we were just standing outside, a few comics and stuff, like smoking or whatever.
And they threw eggs?
Yeah, and
Like a drive-by egg throw?
drive by. Yeah, there was a bus stop in front, so like that little thing.
Oh, my
the little glass
goodness.
bus stop thing, and then I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and it looked like snowballs coming over.
Uh-huh.
And then they landed, and then we checked. Like I had like egg on my pants and stuff. I was like, "Those are eggs.
What the
fuck?" And then the car drove by, and then I saw like a middle finger out the window. Then I was like, "What the fuck?"
Do you think they just did it on purpose? No, sorry. I know it definitely had to be on purpose. No one accidentally throws an egg. But do you feel like they were targeted because y'all were comedians, or they just felt like
We
being
don't
bad
know.
people that day?
We don't know. That's the funny thing. It could have been high schoolers. Just
Yeah, it
fucking
could have just people
around.
fucking around, right?
Yeah, but I thought it was more fun to think about enemies.
Yeah, it's like if it's stalking you, like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck you, dude.
Fuck you. Or, yeah, not even me, but it could have been Alexis. It could have
Okay.
been, you know, people on the show. It could
Yeah.
have been anyone. I was like, dude, this is fucking.
That's a good
kinda
story.
fun.
You just
It's
got
kinda
egged
fun.
in your home neighborhood outside of a
Yeah.
bar, out of the restaurant show.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know what the etiquette of that is technically. Like, if is there too many shows in Queen, or if there's any sort of like.
Nah, I don't think there's an etiquette.
There's
for
no.
that.
Okay. You
Nah.
don't have to like ask permission of like.
Nah, it's not like there's no comedy mafia that I know about. That's just like, yo, this territory, you can't run no shows here.
Yeah, it was like Breaking Bad, you know.
Yeah,
and,
it's nothing like
when,
that, man.
When Walter White starts having other people in his territory, and he goes up to him at the. fucking Best Buy,
Yeah.
the fucking
Oh, now
hardware
10% of your ticket sales are mine every show. 10% of my what? $20? You want $2 though? You can have $2.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to threaten me for it. You could just have it.
Yeah,
It's
We are
okay.
in the hole here. We're not trying to fucking step
Oh, you
on
think this
toes.
show makes money? Yeah.
But it's probably nothing.
No,
So-
there's no like comedy mafia that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I will say I think the one thing, and I think it's just like a general rule of thumb, is that like if you plan to run a show at the same venue as another show, and it's like an indie venue, so it's like you and that other show be the only two competing shows there,
Mhm.
I would say to make sure it's cool with the person who was there first. But I think that's just more of an etiquette thing, right?
Oh yeah, at the same venue, at an indie venue.
Yeah,
not
like
at the
let's say
comedy
like
club?
not QED because that's like an actual venue. But let's say
Mhm.
I wanted to run a show at the place you're running your show at,
Yeah.
but on a different day of the week, I would
Yeah.
still want to tell you about it first. Be like, hey, you know.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like that's just like a politeness thing. That's not
Yeah.
even like
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because then it's like, yeah, this is kind of like you have a relationship with the venue. So like if somebody else,
Yeah, there's like a
then it'd be
special
like,
relationship, you know?
Yeah, make sure.
Because it feels like you want to open the relationship up. It's like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, 100%. And Toodles and French has been freaking great.
Yeah.
They're just down for whatever. They're like, yeah, do it how you guys think it should go.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing, but we're just copying everything. That's why, like, when you say stuff about the dumplings, like, I'm kind of thinking, like, what could we add to the show to, like...
Well,
give it
they're a restaurant already, so they don't want you serving food there.
True.
But if you could find a unique element to just make
Mhm.
the show a little more snazzy, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's the vibe of it's already pretty cool.
I saw a show the other day where they gave the audience bubble guns
Oh.
at the comedy
okay.
shop. Yeah, it's just like just 4 or 5 bubble
Which
guns.
show is this?
Q show. Q Killums.
Oh, yeah, that was the one you were at.
Yeah,
Sunday?
yeah. It's called the BBL comedy show. It's just literally just like bubble that.
Yeah.
The bubble comedy show, and it's literally if they like the jokes, they'd be like, "Oh, you know what? Let's get some audience interaction." Bubbles.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so they do bubbles if they like it. What do they do if they don't?
No bubbles.
No bubbles.
Yeah, it's very sad bubbles.
You see no bubbles, you're like, fuck.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
quiet and I
bombing
don't have
up here.
bubbles.
It's like those gong shows. You ever seen the gong mics or the gong shows?
I've heard about it, but
It's
I
like
don't know.
if you bomb, they just like gong you.
Oh god,
That's depressing.
Yeah, yeah,
Gongs only mean 2 things: the start of a fight or something bad happened.
yeah. Oh, that's brutal. That's mean. I wouldn't like that. I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna get gonged. I'm gonna get fucking gonged. Yeah, that's tough. But you know, we had Chris Connell on the show.
Who's that?
He's coming up. He runs the heckle show.
The heckle mic.
Yeah, the heckle mic. Let's see if I have it on here. Producer. It's just called the Gauntlet Show.
Oh, the gong show. That is him. Yeah, that's him.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know who runs it. I just know that show exists.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's probably him. Yeah.
So he's that episode will be out soon. It'll actually already be out by the time this gets out. But yeah, he hands out these whistles. People in the crowd are like
Oh.
whistling, and then they have a megaphone in the room, and you're allowed to like shout out stuff to the comics.
Oh man.
Dude,
Oh wait. Yeah, I've before there was another heckle mic before he did it,
Okay.
run by Sarah and John.
Okay,
and,
gotcha.
and that was a similar deal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad funny.
So I didn't see a gong at this one exactly, but it was similar. in terms of-
Megaphone just start yelling
Yeah.
stuff out.
Yeah. It was so easy to heckle the comics, like. So like the comic, if they even try to do a joke, you can just fuck them because they'll be like, "You guys ever go to the grocery store?" They're like, "No, I don't go there.
You suck.
No, I eat takeout. Fuck off."
Go to grocery. No.
No, I don't. I'm poor. No, not relatable.
Not
No.
related.
And then they'll try to be self-deprecating, like, "Oh, I'm bad at sex. Haha, pussy."
Yeah, right. There's no way to get around it.
Yeah.
If the audience is
I
having
had
a great time, you're having a rough one.
Yeah, exactly. I had so much fun heckling at that
Oh
show.
man,
I felt bad, but yeah, it's part of it. It's freaking fun.
it's part of the weird indie experience in New York City. There's so many
Yeah.
alternative style comedy shows here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we went to one last night at the Pine Box. That was cool. It was Rachel.
Oh, Rachel Darvis's
Rachel
thing with Mia
Darvis
Hammond.
and Mia Hammond. Yeah. Their show was really fun.
Was it fun?
Mhm,
I saw
it was so
pictures.
cool.
I saw stories about it. I was like, oh shoot, I should have gone down
Yeah,
there.
they had a really good like, tit for tat kind of. Like, I don't know how much of what they did to open was scripted, but they involved music. They played the piano.
Well,
and
Mia's
they're
a
like,
fantastic musician.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
Rachel plays music, but I judged her cooking
Yeah.
before. It was pretty good.
You're cooking?
Her cooking, yeah, she did a cooking show where I was a judge.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah. A cooking comedy show?
Yeah, I don't know if they still do it, but I remember I did it. I judged it one time.
Okay. Yeah. No, that was. Yeah, she's definitely.
Yeah.
They're both multi-talented, and the show was sweet because it was like a lot of comics, which is maybe the only hard part, I guess. Like if it's a lot of your friends in the room, I mean that could be hard.
Yeah,
But there were definitely audience too, and
that's
the
awesome.
Pine Box is a crazy.
I've
venue
never
for
been
me.
there.
You haven't?
Not once.
Dude, it's a crazy. They pack so many people in there. I've been nervous to perform there, honestly. I haven't performed there.
I might
Like,
start
have a
doing one of
mic.
their mics.
Mhm.
I might start doing it.
I'm intimidated because like they're really good comics, and it feels like the people that are regulars there are like fucking good as fuck, and they crush.
Word.
And then I kind of feel like if I go up there, I'll be like, I don't.
Well, that's
really-
the place you got to be, man. I'm gonna start going there. Now that you told me that, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start going. That's it.
Fuck.
Just to see
Go
how
to the
bad I
place
am.
that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless
It's just
that
the
place is like
self-consciousness.
really dingy and feels unsafe. In that case,
Yeah.
that's a wrong kind of uncomfortable. you
Yeah,
know?
it's not. It doesn't feel unsafe at all. I think it's
Yeah,
pretty,
I've heard good things about Pine Box.
Yeah.
Is it in Brooklyn?
It's in Brooklyn. Yeah.
I
I just get the vibe that like, yeah, they're good, and I'm like, I'm a little intimidated.
That's the best place to get better.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
For sure.
And they got tight jokes. You know, they're not fucking
Word.
around. Whereas I can have a tendency to be like, oh, whatever, I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll say whatever. But yeah. So Pine Box.
Hey,
Let's
maybe
go
we-
together, David.
Let's go. I'm down. I'll drive you down. I'll pick you up. We'll head down.
Yeah. Dude, so I got some questions for you.
Go
If you
for
wanna
it.
Go into some.
Shoot.
Like, some.
I'm an open book, man.
Yeah. I got. I try to do new questions for, but this is a good one. What's something, David, that really gets under your skin, like a pet peeve, just really pisses you off, like that, like just you have a physical response, like your body, like your stomach turns. You get so annoyed.
That's a good question. In public or in private?
Sure. Either.
Either. I feel like I don't really ever wince in public.
Okay.
Like I just kind of like, even if it bothers me, I'll kind of just like brush it aside and just
Yeah.
like disregard it, or I'll process it, but I won't have like an outward reaction to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But like, if I see it and like I'm by myself,
Uh-huh.
like let's say I'm walking on the street,
Yeah.
something happens, it makes me like things that make, I guess, cringe, like really bad cringe.
Yeah. Like what makes you cringe though?
People who have like extreme amounts of unearned confidence.
Ooh.
I feel like if people have like extreme amounts of unearned
That's a good
confidence
one.
and are displaying it flagrantly.
Which comic are you thinking of right now?
Oh, there's no comment. You trying to get me in trouble? Hey. Those of you who know me know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh, there's a comic
You're
in
not-
mind.
Oh,
Some comics might know this person as an international headliner, and that's all I'll say about it because I think anyone who's ever met me knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Beefs, yes sir.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't work with that comic
Throw
anymore.
eggs at him, dude.
No, I wouldn't do that. But
No,
yeah,
that's a good one.
But like
Fucking
just like
great.
in general, just like if you're going to a bar
Yeah.
and you see someone just like being mad, like rowdy for no
Arrogant.
reason.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing to be tasteful and like everyone's having a good time, but if people are clearly kind of
Yeah.
not feeling your vibe and you just keep putting it out,
Yeah.
it doesn't, you know.
100%. 100%.
This happened to me in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at a nightclub with my cousin and his friend.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking to some people at the balcony in the outdoor area, right? Just kind of cooling off a little because inside was mad hot. It was Australian summer, and this random dude in like a black trench coat like walks over
Mm-hmm.
and he starts
Black
bragging
trench coat. He was
like a black like I could only call it a trench coat. It looked like a
Gotcha.
black trench coat.
Gotcha.
Homie looked like an Asian Blade, like Blade the Vampire Slayer from Marvel.
This guy looked like an Asian Blade.
Yeah, like
Okay.
he just like he had Blade's whole outfit minus the leather stirrups.
Okay. Okay.
Like, I was just like, what the hell are you doing? You're not
Yeah,
invited
yeah,
to this
yeah.
conversation. And he just plugged himself in and just kept like bragging about himself to these people he was talking to, and it turned them off. So he started interrupting. So me and my friends, me and my group, we just kind of like turned away for a second, right?
Yeah.
We were like wondering if we would get more drinks or whatever. And one of the friends from the group that got like approached by this trench coat guy
Mhm.
was like trying to get us back in and like divert. And I was like, if you're calling for someone to divert the conversation, it's not going well.
Right. Yeah.
It's just one of those like, and he was just like so and the thing is like, I started roasting this dude, just talking about how he looked like a fucking van. I was like, yo, like what part of like Slovakia did you come out of? Like,
yeah.
just making fun of this dude to try and get him to get the vibe. Like I didn't want to be mean, so I was just
Right.
cracking jokes on him.
No, that's nice.
And he just, like-
endear him to the conversation, unless he got offended.
No, and then it endeared him to the point where he just doubled down on it. I was like, no, don't get the cat. Go away.
Yeah. God damn. Dude, those social dynamics are so funny to me. So funny to me.
Oh my god.
We talked about this on here a lot before, but I don't know. It's so funny because, like, if there's a circle of comics or friends at a bar or anything, the vibe. Oh god, it's like studying animals in the wild. I swear.
Dude,
to
I'm
God.
terrified of approaching comics in the wild. Like, if it's like one comic I know talking to two comics I don't know, I'm afraid to approach them because I don't want to like be the awkward guy. And sometimes I do it, but like just like as like, hey, what's up, man? Just dap him up.
Yeah.
But then I stand there like a second
Like,
too
how
long, and I'm
long
like, oh, I'm ruining the vibe. I'm definitely ruining the
No,
vibe.
you're not.
Oh my god, but it feels that way. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I know. It's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah. In terms of like ways to ruin a vibe, I feel like there's two ways. I just thought of it. There's a theory. The guy, the trench coat
Trench coat guy.
dude, yeah, by being arrogant,
Yeah.
and a big talker. Also, if you do blow.
Oh
You
yeah.
have a lot of unearned confidence and just be spouting off and not even knowing, how you're coming across, or excessive booze probably. So there's that, the arrogant. And then the other thing I've run into is like people that are overly negative.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like that's their default mode. And I don't see this as comics, but like sometimes normal people will do that where like
super sad all the time.
yeah,
Just like downers.
They'll like bring you a topic will come up, and then you guys will talk. People will talk about it, and then they'll immediately. It's a Debbie Downer. Like it was an SNL thing.
Yeah.
People do that, and they'll just always take the negative. They'll be like, "Oh, well, that movie was bad because of this or that, or I don't like this." Or
Oh my
like,
god. Yeah.
they won't look at the positive side of anything, and you just be like, I hate that because it ends the conversation.
Yeah, it's like, what are we
You're
supposed
like-
to respond to that?
Yeah.
There's no appropriate response.
Yeah, every conversation should be like an improv. Like we're in the fucking Groundlings. Like it should be like yes and. Like,
Or one more. Someone who like forces a joke to a previous thing that's now been passed. Which I'll admit I have been guilty of in the past.
yeah.
But it's like you're sitting there in a group conversation, something comes up, you have this brilliant idea with the greatest punchline, but now you're like 3 sentences late. And now you're like, oh, remember when we said that like 3 sentences ago? Here's the
Yeah.
line for that. That is.
It'd be kind of funny if you acknowledge that. You're like, guys, this topic's best, but I got a funny line. Got
Got a zinger for you.
I got a zinger for that last topic. It took me a second. To
Oh,
think
that's
of
a
it.
rough one. It's always a rough one.
Yeah, that's interesting too. When comics feel like they gotta do jokes in conversation, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, it's not a quip.
You
It's
don't
just
have
like
to
a
be
bit.
funny.
It's
You
just
don't have
like,
to- dude, we're off stage now. Like, you
yeah,
fucking-
we can hang out.
yeah. But anyway, I don't fucking know. That's interesting. But it's not just comedy. Like I feel like social anxiety in real life is like such a thing
Oh yeah.
with like coworkers. Oh god. Yeah, you do you have a day job right now?
Not at the moment.
Fuck yes. Okay, good. That's good.
For my
that you
last
have
day
one.
job, I've never had issues with my coworkers.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But I guess what I'm thinking of is like corporate coworkers where there's always this veneer of like we're coworkers, we're not
Yeah.
friends. So like what do we talk about? Do we talk about work? Do we talk about your personal life? Do we just vibe? Like
I feel like that's a problem for people who work in corporate, but exclusively the people who work in corporate who make good money.
yeah.
Because I've
Yeah.
never seen that happen in like a corporate, like, because I've worked in healthcare my whole life, right? So it's
Yeah.
like I've never seen that happen in like a small scale clinic.
Right.
Because they're all just kind of like, even though we're owned by a corporation and we have like corporate policy and all
Dude.
this, we're like a small unit that
Totally
like kind of
agreed.
works together. You
yeah.
know?
Dude, 100%. We I would have to sell stuff to clinics sometimes or surgery centers. Which
Yeah.
is kind of a similar vibe. And it was great, you know. Actually, hospitals were cool too.
Yeah,
It
but
kinda
like
depends
by
on-
floor, they like almost like that unit is
Yeah,
very tight.
They're a team.
They're a team.
So they got their nurse director and then
Mhm.
their nurse managers for the
Yeah.
specialties, and they got the scrub techs and the staff.
Exactly.
They have their morning meetings. They're all like, okay, we're doing this today.
Exactly.
And then the doctors come in and they're like the superstar athletes, and you gotta
Right.
make sure they have what they need.
But it's like the corporate world where like nobody needs to be involved in anyone else in that floor's life.
Yeah,
Where like that kind of like veil is there. It's like you
Mhm.
can't
For
be
sure.
personal, right?
yeah, for sure.
I feel like that's what all the corporate policies were really for, because
Mhm.
in that like uncharted ecosystem,
yeah,
it
yeah.
needs some kind of a guiding rule set.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, so corporate, it can be really good, or it can
Mhm.
be really like, okay, impersonal, and like, okay,
Right.
you're this title, so I'm gonna act different when I talk to you because
Right.
I'm nervous, or like, yeah. And now it's kind of shifted to where we're all remote, and that's added a wrinkle. So like everybody's in their own like little silo in their own house.
Yeah.
And then when people get together for a meeting, like we just had a meeting together where everybody's in the same, and then it's kind of the same thing when you have these circles form and like socializing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's cool. I like those dynamics of like, I like to find the people at the company who are like real. You know what I mean?
You
I
finally
gotta
be
find
like,
the real
you're my
OGs.
guy now.
Like, yeah, I could tell you're being authentic with me. So like, you know, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Versus some people who are like always angling to get promoted or like, not even bad, but they just take work a little more serious.
Taking work seriously and being a dick about it is two different things.
For sure. For sure. I think there's like a medium ground where you can be like, yeah, I take this shit serious when I'm doing it. But also,
You don't have to be mean to everybody around you.
Yeah.
Nor
for
do you have
sure.
to come off as cold to everybody around you.
Right.
Yeah, I think people more likely than not are going to be accepting of somebody who just wants to do well at their job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And doesn't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, like if we were coworkers and you were trying to move up and you was doing stuff and you'd be like, yo, I don't got time to hang.
Yeah.
There's ways to say that politely without being
Right.
like, yo, I just can't associate with you. Like,
you
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or you just like cold shoulder them, don't say anything, and be like,
Yeah.
yeah I'm going to like
Yeah,
stay
exactly.
left on you, bro. Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of crazy because in corporate sometimes it's like, I don't know. It's overly strategic with relationship building.
I'm so glad I never had to do that. Oh,
We
God.
got to do it in comedy now.
My anxiety would spike through realms I did not know existed.
For sure, dude. When I was fucking 23, I'd had to like, I heard that you're supposed to do this because I was trying to get a promotion to be a salesman. I was trying to be a rep, right?
Right.
So they're like, you got to have relationships with this people, this person, this person, this person. And I heard that and I was just like, oh, so I just called him. I'll just call them. So I just called him and be like, hey, Mr. Sapp. Like, I'm Chris Sapp, who's the guy that he agreed to mentor me. He's like, fucking fine. If you drive to Indiana, I will have lunch with you and I'll tell you about sales. And he was super nice, super nice. But you just call people and then see, like, you know, if they'll help you. And I don't know. They were nice.
That's awesome.
Like, but yeah, there's all this stuff about like, does this person like you, and are they gonna be the one to vouch for you in the interview? Yeah, it's a whole fucking. It's all a game, Dave.
It's all game. Game I don't got.
Yeah.
Game I don't got.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so your pet peeve is unearned confidence and Asian blade.
Asian blade. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Asian blade in a black trench coat.
Fuck yeah.
Specifically Australian.
In Australian. Did he have an Australian accent?
Yeah, he was an Australian.
Dude, so I'm picturing this cocky guy in an Australian accent.
Yeah, like a 6-foot Asian dude just
Yeah.
with a perm like that, like
Yeah.
the Korean perm. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good.
That was a lot.
Yeah, dude. I had one. Traffic. Did you ever get mad in traffic? Do you drive?
I drive all the time.
Okay. Yeah. Do you get mad in traffic?
Nah.
No.
I very rarely get mad at traffic. I'll get like a little annoyed
Yeah.
at best. If it's like stupid traffic, like traffic that
Yeah.
that shouldn't have to exist,
Right.
I'll understand. But if it's
Yeah.
like a huge accident that's backing, I'll be like, oh, I understand how this happened. you
For
know?
sure. You have a more level head than me. Because I'll have this thing where, like, if I see my GPS tells me that I'm going to be there in a certain time, and then something changes where it's like, oh, fuck, now I'm like, oh.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I just got
I
used
try
to
to-
being late.
Used to being late.
Well, because like things happen in New York
Yeah.
City, I just have to learn to plan ahead.
Life's not going to end.
Yeah,
You were on time as fuck for this one.
I tried
Shout
my
out
best.
to you,
Yeah,
being
for sure.
right
Because
on
I knew
time.
midday traffic was gonna be
Yeah.
bad, so it come back,
Yeah.
come down with
100%.
enough time.
It's awesome. Yeah, but like yesterday, I was like behind a car in the right lane. The car stopped. The light was green, and I was in the right lane. I was
Oh,
just sitting there, and then like cars were zipping past, and I was like trying to get out, and
Yup.
nobody was letting me out. And I was like, fuck this, fucking New Yorkers. These guys are fucking assholes. And I'm like, just fuck you
oh,
guys.
I agree.
And then finally I got out, and then I thought, did I have my blinker on? And I didn't. So
Well, that's why.
I was like, maybe. Exactly.
Now you know.
I know. But I was like, hey, they probably still want to let me in if I have a
Probably.
blinker. I don't know. But anyway, traffic. That's
Driving in
fine.
Atlanta annoyed me. People are too aggressive in Atlanta.
Yeah, for sure.
They would like tailgate me on the right lane. Like it's a slow lane. I'm doing
Yeah.
my thing. You can go around. It's okay
Yeah.
for you to go around.
Yeah.
Nah, these trucks would just stay right behind me
Yeah.
with their unreasonably high beams.
Yeah.
Just tailing me. I'm just
For
like,
sure.
dude, I'm in a 2004 Elantra. Leave
Yeah,
me
get
alone.
Off my ass.
You're in a new car. I'm in a car that's older than me. You gotta
Yeah,
leave me alone.
what year is your car?
My old car was a 2004 Elantra.
Woo, okay. That's pretty
So
old.
pushing 70, 80 on an Atlanta highway was a difficult task.
Yeah. Starts to shake a little bit.
Shakes a lot.
Yeah. Dude, my car's about to die. I'm a little nervous. I got to take it in for an oil change tomorrow. It's making some
Might not
noises.
make it.
The heat's not really working very good. My headlights don't work. So I have to have my brights on constantly at night. So I come across as just an asshole out there.
Oh, you're the worst.
Yeah, I know. Andy got pounded earlier this year. It's fucking bad. But car shit. Okay, so this is an existential question.
Go for it.
What do you love?
What do I love?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it open ended.
I love people. I love the potential of the experiences that I could have with people.
Yeah.
And the potential of experiences that I can share with other people.
Look at that.
Because I feel like, for me, that's like the most interesting part of the world.
Yeah.
Like, no matter if I like a person or dislike a person, those experiences more or less will usually be unique.
Yeah.
And I think the ability to just not know what's coming and just for the most off-the-cuff things or things be said or things that'll happen.
Yeah.
I think that's like my favorite thing about being alive.
Yeah. Dude, fuck yeah.
It's like
what
the
a great
potential,
answer.
the potential of things that I can have stories for. Because I love
Yeah.
having memories with just like hilarious moments that have
For
no
sure.
context. If I told to anybody, I'd be like, you're insane.
For sure.
Those are hilarious to me.
100%.
Yeah.
Dude, people, that's a really good answer.
I hate them too, but I love them.
Yeah. You hate them.
You can only love something if you hate it a little
to
bit.
Love to hate aspects of people.
Yeah.
Like even the Blade guy. You probably like.
I love that he did what he did because now I have that
it's
story
funny
to
as
tell.
shit. And then he's probably fine as a
He's
guy.
probably fine. Yeah, he's probably an average
Down,
guy. He was
you
just
know?
trying to get some ass. It's probably me.
Right. Yeah. Dude. Yeah. I agree. I love people
Yeah.
too. I think I was gonna say stories you remember, which is kind of interesting to me because like I love Seinfeld. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally have the show probably like 60% memorized.
That's
Like
crazy.
if you gave me a cue or something, I could like say the rest of the line in
Whoa.
the dialogue of a show, and it is kind of crazy. And fucking, I know friends that can quote full comedy specials, and so like you can quote stuff. It's not like I don't have a good memory, but I think the reason I can remember all that shit is because it's funny.
Yeah, and you love it.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
And it made an impression. So like shit that you can go over and over and over again in your mind. Like jokes. Like I don't have a problem remembering material because like if it worked and you think it's funny, yeah, it's easy to remember. It's like
Dude, I remembered more comedy special jokes than I do actual medical knowledge that I was supposed to know.
yeah, that'd be interesting if you
Like,
could
I can
use,
quote like 15-minute sections of like the specials that I told you about earlier.
Right. Meanwhile, memorizing
Meanwhile, memorizing like the Krebs cycle was the worst thing in the world for me. Like
What is the
legitimate.
Krebs cycle?
I don't even remember, dude. something about energy. The units of energy, dude. I couldn't tell you, dude.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Which is why I knew medicine maybe might not be it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not an academic. I think I realized.
100%.
Yeah.
Which is maybe a good clue about how to be good at comedy. If you can make someone laugh, they'll remember your name. Hopefully. 'Cause
Hopefully.
I'm fucking terrible with names.
Oh, I'm great with names.
You good with names?
I'm good with names, but I've met the person more than once.
Yeah, that's good.
So like the second try, if I've said their name a second time,
yeah.
10 minutes within 10 minutes after when I met them.
Yeah. I guess I'm
I'll
good if they
usually
make me
good.
laugh.
Yeah, I remember most people who made me laugh.
Yeah. I feel like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking funny.
Yeah, dude, I remembered you from North Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina, sorry.
And North Carolina.
Well, I remember you lived in North Carolina for a bit.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
Laughing Skull shit.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, that's
love
kind of
that
it, man.
place.
That's
Yeah,
Things
dude.
we
No,
love.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you love? People. I'm trying to think of what else I was going to say about that.
The potential of humankind.
Well, I don't know if I wrote this down. Oh yeah, this is a good follow-up question. What is a movie or book that changed the way you think about your life?
A movie or
Another
book
existential question.
that changed the way I look at my life.
Yeah.
I don't really read that much. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I don't.
Movie. I said book for the nerds, but
But
I would be more of a
for
movie
for
guy.
a book, I'd say Kitchen Confidential.
ooh.
But it didn't it's not a book that made me change the way I look at my life. It was just a way that it was a book that, when compared to the way things are done now, helped me understand like behind all these crazy stories, there is a very real human aspect of it. Because it was just talking about like old kitchen culture.
I gotcha.
But movie wise, I don't know if there's ever been like a piece of work that's like impacted my life in a way that changed the way I saw it.
Okay.
I think there's been experiences that I have done that. But if we're talking about like movies that have stayed with me through the test of time,
Yeah.
I think it's just like dumb comedy movies.
Hell yeah.
Like those slapstick
Hell
comedy
yeah.
movies from the early 2000s.
This
You
is
know how
a
there was
great
like
direction to
everybody
take it.
had one? Like it was
Mhm.
like if you knew Adam Sandler, you probably did a movie.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then if you knew like Ben Stiller
Right.
and Vince Vaughn,
Yeah.
back when he was still doing comedies, not just serious acting, but like
Interesting. Yeah.
like all those like movies, just like dumb movies. Like
Yeah.
pretty much if you took the cast of Grown Ups and gave
Yep.
everyone their own movie,
Yeah.
I've seen almost all of them.
Right.
If they were in it, I probably saw it
Yeah.
because it was just like hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just like quirky moments and stuff
Mhm.
that reminded me like this is what it means to be a person.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah. So the Grown Ups is one that you.
Well, no, Grown Ups is just like the cast, like the ensemble.
Sure.
One.
Do you have a favorite movie? A slapstick comedy?
A favorite slapstick comedy?
Yeah.
Don't Mess with the Zohan lives rent free in my head all the time. That one and Yes Man.
Yes, man. Okay.
Yeah,
I've
Jim
seen
Carrey's Yes Man lives
Yeah.
rent free.
Yeah.
Just because he has so many great bits from that. The one where he
Yeah.
speaks Korean for no reason.
Yeah.
The one where he's singing to Luis Guzman. Get off that
No.
ledge.
I wish you'd step back from
That
that
ledge,
ledge,
my friend. Hilarious.
I got blisters on me fingers. Yeah, dude.
Love that one.
Dude, you know there's a theory about Jim Carrey with the existential movies he's done?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was in 3 in the 90s that were, I forget which, The Mask, which
Mhm.
has some symbolism of like, who are you really? Truman Show, and Yes Man. And those 3 are like making some major fucking spiritual points underneath the silliness.
You know what? Yes Man might be the movie then.
Yeah.
Because Yes Man, when I watched it again as an adult, put me on that path towards just being open to possibilities.
Yeah.
And I
fuck
started
yeah.
saying yes to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, my rule now is that I'll do almost anything
Yeah.
so long as there's no immediate harm to my personal finances
Mm-hmm.
or my personal being.
Yeah.
So if there's no immediate like red flag danger, I'll
Right.
probably be willing to do it. If the
For
schedule
sure.
allows it, I'll do it.
For sure. Yeah, it's a great way to look at life.
Yeah, and I feel like it's been a really positive impact. Yeah, Jim Carrey did that to me. Yeah,
Jim
Yes Man.
Carrey,
That's the answer to it.
He's a little crazy.
You've guided me there, but yes, it's Yes Man. For sure, Yes Man.
Yeah, for sure.
For
dude.
sure.
Yeah, that's such a cool. I mean, the stuff they did in that movie, like they just go to an airport and schedule a flight to a random city.
Yeah.
Like, what's the first departing flight? They're going to Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, dude, shit like that.
Shit like
Yeah,
that.
Say yes to life. Fuck
Yeah, for sure.
that's a good one.
If it doesn't immediately hurt you, why
Mhm.
not?
What's something that you like but you feel embarrassed admitting to people?
Something that I like, but I'm embarrassed admitting to people.
Yeah, and maybe there's not something. I've asked people.
I'm low key a huge fan of the Peanuts.
the Peanuts. Oh,
Snoopy. To the point where like anytime
Shit,
like
yeah.
I can find like a nice like plushie of like Snoopy or like a mug that has Snoopy on it.
Yeah.
So people who've gone to my home have seen like my collection of stuff.
Uh-huh.
No, and I don't have it in a shelf or nothing. I use this stuff.
Right.
But I am like a sucker for things that have Snoopy or Charlie Brown.
For sure.
The Charlie Brown Christmas holiday specials.
Dude, that's
all
why
of
I got
that.
this Christmas tree. We haven't taken it down yet.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of the
Oh,
Charlie
yeah, you know
Brown
what it
Christmas
does.
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like I know. You know what's funny is I never actually watched the show episode to episode growing up,
Mhm.
but I did watch the holiday specials.
Okay.
And the like the da 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 da, that tune just sometimes auto plays in my head for no reason. And like I don't know, I just really like Snoopy.
Yeah. Yeah. The vibe of that show was so great.
Yeah.
And the specials. Yeah, it was all like positive.
I've got a pair of Vans that have like the Peanuts gig.
You do?
Yeah. I've got like a Snoopy plushie. I've got
Fuck
a
yeah.
mug, a snow globe, a
Yeah.
keychain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been to Six Flags?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's all Snoopy themed.
Six Flags.
Yeah.
No. Six Flags is like superhero themed now.
It is? Did they change it?
The one in New Jersey?
I guess, yeah. One of
Yeah,
them.
that one's all superhero themed. It's like DC superheroes.
Did they change it then?
Probably.
Oh man, back when I went as a kid, it was all Snoopy. Like,
Yeah, so like Universal Studios is like Marvel themed, and then Six Flags Great Adventure in Jersey, and I guess the one in Georgia too. All the Six Flags ones,
yeah,
or
Six
a
Flags
contract
over
with
Georgia.
DC.
I used to go to that.
So
one
it's
too.
always like DC themed.
Oh, boo!
I
they
never knew there was a
changed
Snoopy
it.
one.
Well, this is
Yeah.
back when you were fucking
Probably unborn.
Probably.
Yeah, I wasn't even born
this was
yet.
like we go as kids, and
Yeah.
they would have Bugs Bunny.
Oh, I know about the Bugs Bunny era.
Okay.
I know about that.
Okay, and they had the old guy in the Six Flags ads.
Yeah. The one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh yeah, those ads. I never got to go as a
Exactly.
kid, so I went as an adult.
Yeah, you like roller coasters?
I'm not great with them, but I like going with groups just because it's fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's a group experience thing.
Okay. Yeah. I want to plan that. A roller coaster trip.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Because how far is the Six Flags in New Jersey?
2-hour drive.
2-hour drive.
Yeah, I drove
Fuck
there a few
yeah.
months ago. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing. You get up early on a Saturday and spend a day.
Yeah, I'll take the day off work.
Yeah. Take a day off comedy.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that, man. I roller coasters as a kid I fucking loved. Yeah, I was so addicted as a kid that, like, you know how they have, like, when you go on a roller coaster, there'll be groups that are odd numbers sometimes. So if there's a row of 4,
Oh,
be, like,
you would
3.
sit with the odd one out?
I would go on it once, and then I would, like, act like I was, like, getting my stuff, and then I would look and see, and if there was an empty seat, I'd quick run back.
Oh, you'd
and
sneak
I
back
would
in?
sneak on, and I would go on.
You're the
multiple
reason they
times.
took away the cubbies at the end of the roller
Did
coasters.
they take away the cup?
Yeah, Six Flags, they had a lot of the rides there. They make you pay for these rental lockers now
Oh, wow.
that are downstairs.
Okay.
It's like
That
$2
makes
for like 15 minutes or whatever. You could pay like
Yeah.
$10, but for a few hours.
sense. Yeah.
You're the reason.
Yeah, probably.
They're like,
That was
these
a
people keep
loophole.
scamming the system.
Yeah, dude, probably that was part of the.
That's
you could
hilarious.
go on the same ride like 6 times in a row.
Yeah,
It
you
was
can't do that
fucking
no more.
great.
Can't do that no
Yeah,
more.
I would get off on that shit. The adrenaline. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, I liked. Fuck, we don't have to talk about roller coasters, but I remember they also have the singles line at Universal Studios. So if you're a single,
Oh.
they would do that so they could fill in all the empty.
Oh, yeah, that's
seats.
efficient. Yeah, they do that at
Mhm.
Disney too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Plus, they got Fast Pass.
Fast Pass plus single.
Yeah.
Who
The
needs-
bougie rich people get
I always
Fast
thought I'd want to
Pass.
go to Disney with a significant other on like a cute, anniversary thing.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Yeah.
I did it
Yeah.
one time and COVID happened.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. You went on a date?
I went on like a 3-month anniversary thing with my ex in China to Disneyland Shanghai.
Oh my
And
god.
as we went there,
of the year,
literally
dude.
like 2 days in, we went from one day Mickey Mouse no mask to Mickey Mouse with a mask on.
Oh no.
COVID happened in real
It
time for me.
happened when you were there?
Like it started spreading around the country when we were there.
So you were at the park. Were you
I
staying
was in
Were
Shanghai.
you staying on
Yeah.
the park?
Well, yeah, the park was still open because they didn't declare it an emergency yet.
Okay.
But suddenly, like, my girl was like, "Yeah, we gotta get masks." I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "You didn't hear?" I was like, "No, I didn't hear. Tell me what's going on. Why everyone got masks on all of a sudden?"
Yeah.
And it just happened so
About to be a
quickly.
disaster
The lines
movie.
got shrunk. They were like,
Yeah.
And it's-
Did
they
you
almost-
get to go on a lot of rides for the beginning?
yeah. I mean, the rides in Shanghai Disney aren't that nice, honestly. It's more of like a cute for photos, cute for kids.
Okay, gotcha.
But like, I remember the lines not being that crazy, but the whole Disney experience, it was almost poetic because it rained for the next
Wow.
3 days. It was like sunny the first day,
Yeah.
rainy the next 2.
Wow.
Yeah,
It just matched the
it matched the
vibe
vibe.
of the-
man.
the
It
vibe
knew
of
it knew the planet was going into some
pandemic.
dark stuff.
Yeah. God. Yeah, dude. When COVID hit, I was at a resort in Cancun with my little brother. It was in the middle of, and we were like, the world's ending, and people are just getting hammered at this all inclusive.
Yeah,
it was
dude,
very
I-
dystopian. I was like, dude, this is like bad. Like, what's going on? What's
Y'all
gonna
were like
happen?
Israel in World War Z. World is ending. Y'all like, we're chilling, we're singing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that scene?
That barely. I've seen it once.
Oh yeah.
The Egyptians were partying.
No, it was in Israel. It was like
In
Israel was the
Israel.
one safe place. They built like this crazy tall wall around like Jerusalem.
Mhm.
Or is Jerusalem in Israel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Yeah,
built
yeah.
a crazy big wall around Jerusalem in the movie, and he gets there and he's like, "Oh my God, this is the one safe space." But the zombies are attracted to sound, and they're like celebrating by singing on megaphones
Wow.
right on the other side of the wall. And he's like, "Guys, the music's too loud. The music's too loud. You got to turn down the music." And no one's turning down the music.
Uh-huh.
And then the zombies are piling up on each other in like an angle on the side of the wall, and one gets over, and they're like, "Ah!" And the world, all of Jerusalem goes down in like a matter of like
Oh,
a couple of
gosh.
hours.
That's the scene from the trailer, because I remember there's a trailer.
That's the scene from the
where
trailer,
The
yeah.
bodies are piling up against the wall.
Yeah. So you and your brother,
ants, like
you and your resort friends in Cancun, while COVID is happening, is like just like Israel in World War Z.
Yeah, dude, it was fucked, man. Because I remember it was like it was a Wednesday. We were there until Friday, and like on Wednesday we were there. That's when they canceled the NCAA basketball tournament, and that was when we were like, dude, they wouldn't cancel that unless this was for real. There's too much money involved in that tournament.
Yeah,
like March Madness. Like they were not even having.
Oh, this is March Madness. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like March 7th or something. I don't remember. Maybe the second week of March was when we were there.
Wow.
And we came back to the Atlanta airport, and I was thinking we were going to get, like, screened because we just come from out of the country. We didn't even get tested at all. They just... we're just going back. We're like, yeah, we just mingled with people from all over the world, and, like, yeah, they didn't give a fuck. So...
Which is how I know we can't handle world hunger as a country, because we couldn't handle putting on a few masks and staying inside. We're not handling...
Dude, we're fucked.
If our food supply gets fucked, we're done for.
Dude, COVID... I mean, I don't want to say it was...
It almost crippled us. It almost crippled us as a nation.
Yeah.
Our nation was so divided. We haven't been that way in a long time.
For sure.
You would think after a time of crisis, people would come together. Nah, people just stayed further apart.
Yeah. Dude, I still can't even believe COVID happened. I can't.
It's kind of comical.
So fucking insane.
It was so comical.
It was like a disaster movie. I'm so happy I lived through it. Like, it was.
Oh,
such
dude,
a
I
cool
wasn't
time.
stressed about it at all. I was working the whole time.
Yeah, I wasn't stressed
in
either.
healthcare. I was like dealing with patients daily.
It was just everybody. Louis made a joke about this, but he said everybody in the world had the same problem for the first time.
That's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everybody's doing the mask thing and the car door, and everybody's.
We're still talking about it. That's how important this is. We're still talking about it.
I know. I still think it's.
This is gonna go in a history book.
It's a fascinating time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Changed your life. Changed my life. You started comedy.
Maybe start comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we're already at an hour and a half.
Oh shoot.
Hour 22. Yeah, we can keep going a little longer.
I don't mind.
You good?
Hold on, let me make sure my parking meter's paid. Let me make sure.
Okay, check your parking meter. It's 5:45.
Yeah,
we're good on time.
Hold up. I just gotta.
I could fill some time.
Yeah, hold on. Give me like a few minutes to fill that parking.
So COVID's weird.
Oh yeah, my parking expired like half an hour ago. I'm hoping to get a ticket.
You're gonna be fine.
No one's gonna check the meter.
I hope not.
I'm praying. I'm usually pretty lucky about it, but just in case. There we go.
Yeah, shit.
Right, we're good. Sorry, I didn't mean to be on my phone. It's just New York City cops can sometimes be very selectively annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess what I want to talk about now, dating life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were in a relationship before
in China, and then I was dating someone in Atlanta.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah.
are you kind of a serial relationship guy? You like to be in a relationship? I mean,
I think
that like,
after. Yeah, I prefer to be in relationships, I think. But also, like, I feel like the way I behave just, like, as a person kind of lends itself to building a relationship versus not.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? I don't want to... I'm trying my best not to be clingy. That's something I'm trying to learn how to do. Because I don't want to come off as clingy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people take strong personalities with strong, like, family values or whatever as clingy. I don't mean to be clingy, so I'm trying to make sure I don't come off that way.
Yeah, yeah. They're like cats. Women.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I got 2 dogs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard this that they're like cats because they come to you at their own pace. They kind of don't always. They kind of like are curious. And they'll be like,
I thought this was going a very different direction. I was like, oh, this is the one that's gonna get me in trouble. I've dodged so much this podcast.
Oh, because of pussy?
Yeah. I was like, oh god, it's gonna be.
They're like, yes, because they have pussy.
Is this the point where it becomes a red pill podcast? Oh man.
Oh no, but yeah, fuck. I mean, I shouldn't admit to this, but in a past life, you know, I've watched some YouTube videos on the whole. I
watch out of curiosity. Yeah.
What's that? You watch out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch commentary about those podcasts.
Sure.
So like Abba and Preach. I don't know if you know who they are. They're hilarious. These 2 Canadian.
Abba and Preach.
Abba and Preach. You should go watch like any of their videos. Their commentary is hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
They're comedians, but they do
give shit to
commentary.
Andrew Tate and shit.
Oh, they give shit to everybody.
Yeah.
They don't care who it is because they have no attachments to anybody in that space.
For sure.
They don't live in LA. They live in Canada, so they're kind of like on their own.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't want to go too red pill, but the cat thing, I kind of think.
It's a good
I
analogy.
used to hate cats because not hate them, but like they never liked me. So I was like, eh. But then somebody told me, yeah, you can't like just go up to a cat because I like to go up to dogs because dogs will like they'll be happy no matter what you get down to see them. But a cat, you gotta like just wait and then they'll come to you eventually.
I see.
And then they'll warm up to you slowly. So yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
you can just do your thing. And
in the past, I think I've been
guilty.
guilty of like love bombing.
What do you do?
Well, the thing is, like, back when I lived like in China and like Atlanta, right? I was completely on my own, like no family, no like close friends nearby.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like just hang out, right, and go on dates or whatever. And then at some point, because I cook, I'd offer to cook them a meal.
Oh,
but some people take that as like a love bomb. It's like, why are you cooking me a whole ass meal? But for me, it's just like, well, if I'm gonna invite you over for dinner,
on what date?
I'm gonna make like a fourth date.
Fourth date? That's not bad.
No, but like I'll make like a whole ass meal.
Yeah.
But like it's not because I'm trying to like super impress you. It's just like I feel like that's
Yeah.
appropriate. If I'm having like a guest over for dinner, like someone who's coming over to my place for the first time for food, I'm gonna present the best thing I can make.
For sure. 100%.
Right. So be like, appetizer, main, and a dessert. Like,
Right.
It'll be the whole thing with wine and
Right.
whatever else pairs well with it.
Wine. Classy.
Yeah.
Classy
Well, I mean,
little
like you
date.
can't have shrimp scampi without some white wine.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Just,
Dude, your game on
Like,
dinner
you can't
is
do
so
like,
much better than
dude,
mine.
like I made like a chocolate lava cake on like
Yeah.
the fourth date. And that one locked it in, but at the same time, it's
Right.
like, is that too much? Like, I'm
right,
trying not
exactly.
to, I don't really know how to pace because I didn't go to college here. My experience with women has been with people of different cultures, which is
Yeah.
very different than here.
I gotcha.
Most people in the world that I've met, don't tend to date the way New Yorkers date, or like Americans
What's the
date
difference?
now.
I'd love to know this for my own reason.
In New York, it seems like the dates that I've been on here feel like people are just like dating multiple people at the same time, and they schedule, and they're almost like playing a numbers game.
Mm.
Like a friend of mine who lives in California told me this. She was like, "Yeah, these apps is really a numbers game."
Yeah.
It's like you just go on as many dates and then find one you like the best out of the ones you went to, which sound rational, but I feel like to me, the way I look at it is if you're going on like if you're seeing 3 different people at the same time,
Yeah.
whether it's physical or not, you're building a relationship with them in some
Yeah.
capacity
And
that
what
on a baseline doesn't feel genuine because there's no
100%.
way you can be perfectly genuine about attempting a relationship with 3 different people at the same time.
I agree.
Unless you're polyamorous.
Yeah.
Right, but if you're looking to be monogamous and you're dating 3 different people at the same time, the baseline, the framework of that's already messed up.
I agree.
Right?
I agree because I've heard the opposite advice of like, yeah, do the thing that you New Yorkers do to have a numbers game and do, but it's stressful. Because what if you have 3 girls, and you like one of them 60%, one of them 80, and one of them 50? Well, all 3 of those girls are great girls, and you're just like,
Yeah.
you're like, well, I mean, I guess.
Well, I think for me it's just too much to juggle. I don't
Too
like
much to
dating.
juggle.
I don't date more than one person at a time.
100%.
Which
it
probably
kinda makes
hurting
you
my
feel
chances a
cool
lot.
If you have multiple girls to text at once, it makes you feel sweet.
I don't got game like that because I'm a very like straightforward guy. Like
Yeah.
I lay my heart on my sleeve,
Hell
so
yeah.
to say.
Fuck yeah.
It's hard to
dude.
be very honest with 4 different people at the same
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, 100%.
And I appreciate sometimes that like girls on apps will be like, "Yeah, by the way, I just want you to know, like, I'll go on this date with you, but I'm also already seeing another guy."
Mhm.
I appreciate when they say that because it lets me know what kind of expectation
Yeah.
to set.
For sure.
Because no matter what, you can't avoid an expectation. That's just inherently gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like knowing you're gonna get paid on Friday. It's like you can't
Yeah.
help but be a little bit excited. I'm going on a date.
100%.
You can't just go and be like, "Oh, it's another date." That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you got to be excited on the date.
You gotta be at least a little bit excited. If not, just
Yeah.
don't go on the date. Like if you're not even a little
Yeah.
bit excited, don't even bother.
Dude, that's a great point.
You're going
yeah.
in with a defeatist mindset.
Yeah, so your vibe on a date is happy and positive.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a good time, and like
100%.
a lot of times that either comes off as like way too like friendly,
Mm-hmm.
or it comes off as like this guy's too much. There's something wrong with him. But I'm just like, no, it's just
Yeah.
I'm just very honest and open about who I am. It's
That's
not about
great.
like I don't really like, dude. Juggling lies is mad work, especially
Yeah.
when you're dating.
For sure.
I'd rather
sure.
not put down a lie and then have to resolve it if it goes on longer than that first date. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shoot,
Dude, 100%.
what did I not tell her? What did I tell her I don't do?
Right. I run into that a little bit too because I'm so like people say golden retriever vibes and I'm like
Yeah.
happy a lot. So I guess it could come across to a woman as like, whoa, this guy's like too goofy, too happy, too much. But I don't know. But I think that's kind of if it's how you actually are, fucking do that.
Right.
So
I think it just comes off weird to New York, to a lot of women, at least in New York. I haven't dated in like California, but like in New York,
yeah. They expecting you to be cynical.
I don't know. It
Expecting
feels
you to
like
be a
people
little
want to
more
be a
like-
little more like, I guess, like smooth. I guess I don't know what the right word is because a lot of my friends,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the friends I hang out with aren't like serial daters either. Like they're not like dating like
Right.
constantly.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really know what the framework for that is,
For sure.
Because it's like I guess a mentality thing, right? It's like if women are looking to date versus women are dating to settle down versus dating to hang fun, different goals to it.
For sure.
For me, it's about
Yeah.
building a relationship. But generally, if
Yeah.
I'm building a relationship with somebody, I would not want to discontinue that relationship unless there was a really good reason to.
For sure. Yeah, I kind of wonder about that as bringing that up on a date because I never really do. But bringing up,
Right.
like, hey, what are you looking for?
Yeah, but it's like it's hard to bring that up.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
If they're looking to just have fun,
You trying to just have fun?
okay, that's good to know, right?
And then you could say, I'm just trying to fuck, to be honest.
Yeah, which is fine. Listen, if that's your thing,
I'm just
by
kidding.
all means.
It is fine.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just.
But like, it's good to know. It's definitely good to know, but it's hard to ask.
For sure.
It's easier if the girl asks, I feel like.
Oh, 100%.
Because whenever a dude asks a personal question, the immediate two responses are, oh, he's straightforward, or oh, he's creepy. And I don't know if this is true or not, but it seems to me that like if a better looking dude asks the question, it's generally in the, oh, he's very straightforward. But if a dude look like he's happy to be on this date and therefore is a little out of the league, it's like, oh, now it's becoming a creepy question.
I suppose.
Right? Like if an ugly dude asks, it's like that thing where like pretty privilege and ugly, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you got pretty privilege, you can ask the same thing an ugly dude would ask. And it would just come off differently, even though the intent might be completely opposite.
Yeah, I hear that. I think that's true. But I've also seen, though, I've seen some real fucking handsome guys be real bad. And they could say that question and have it not be well received.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they're just not confident. If they don't.
Oh, they might make it to the date though. They might like make it to the date.
Yeah,
and then they'll like they'll nosedive it right there.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, a buddy of mine from college, I'm thinking of Nick Hickson. This dude
just can't.
Like, dude, stud, man. Like fucking
just can't close.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound gay when I describe him. He's carved out of marble, no body fat, super handsome, just starter, captain of the team. And then he would simp out over these girls.
Oh,
like,
dude.
Sorry, Nick. I'd be like, Nick, dude.
All right, now the hard part is, at what point are you simping, and at what point are you just enthusiastic to be on it? Like an enthusiastic person versus someone who's simping.
Good question.
Like there's obviously like obvious parameters where it's like, oh, if you're agreeing to everything she's saying and like over exaggerating everything she's saying.
Yeah, be honest. But I don't think enthusiasm, dude. Enthusiasm. I don't think you can even like poke holes in it. You know what I mean? Like if you're honestly
just an excitable person,
Like, what are you gonna say? Oh, stop being enthusiastic. Then you're the asshole. So
right. Then you're the dick, right?
Yeah. What the fuck? You got a problem?
Yeah. Okay. I've been told I had like main protagonist energy once, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but I feel like that means we're not gonna continue this relationship. And sure enough, like one more day later, she's like, yeah, I don't think we're right for each other.
Does that mean narcissism?
No, I think it just means like, I don't know. That person was like, had like topsy-turvy. She said that she was like toxic as fuck.
Oh,
and I'm like, well, I've never been with a toxic person before. So me jokingly, I was like, shit, man, I cook. There's nothing more toxic than a kitchen. Like don't worry about
maybe
that.
You could be a little toxic.
Well, also,
be toxic.
I don't know how to be toxic. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to.
What do toxic people do? They hate people?
No, I think toxic people just like manipulate people.
Okay.
I feel
so
like
you try
the
to
purest.
Manipulate someone. Be like, all right, I'm gonna. Try
I feel like the purest form of
week.
toxicity is you manipulate somebody.
Yeah, like you lie. You
lie or just like kind of make them do things they don't want to do under the guise of like a genuine love for something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker type shit, you know?
Yeah. Whenever you're dishonest.
Yeah.
Fucking toxic people.
Toxic people feed other toxic people. And sometimes two toxic people are so toxic together that it works.
Yeah.
You ever seen those relationships that are like, these two people are horrible for each other, but they're so bad for each other that it works. And they're extremely happy together.
100%. I'm thinking of another college buddy. Yeah, dude, this guy and this girl, I had to ride with them from Raleigh, North Carolina to Upper Michigan.
Oh my God, that's a long ride.
And they fought from the time we got on the highway to every fucking exit. And dude, like I remember like we took shifts driving, and at one point I was driving and they both fell asleep, and I was driving on the highway trying not to hit one pebble because I was like, if either of them wake up,
this is gonna go real bad.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be good.
Right. And then he proposed to her on that trip, and I was like,
but that's what I mean. Sometimes it just works.
They're still married, and they have kids, and it's great.
Sometimes it works, man.
It works.
Sometimes they're so toxic that when they finally mature up, they accept each other for everything they've done. And at that point, you've seen each other at your worst. So the only way to go is up.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I feel like the fighting kind of like makes them closer together.
If you could survive the fights.
And they probably have like passionate makeup sex afterwards. And,
oh,
like,
for sure. Not that I want to envision it, but yeah, it's probably.
Yeah. They're hot people. You can envision.
I can. Yeah. You're so far. Everyone you described to me from your past is a athletic stud. So
yeah, this guy is too. Brad.
If dating trends happen the way I think they do, athletic studs tend to be with reasonably attractive women at the very least.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, the girls that they ended up marrying. Actually, yeah, Nick. He's she's a doctor. Yeah. So she's an ER doctor. She's
Shit.
freaking
Oh, so
gorgeous.
she likes socks.
So Nick eventually got out of his simp phase and did not simp and won
found
over a
landed
really beautiful girl.
nice. That's
And
awesome.
they got kids. Yeah, I'm like the black sheep out of this because they're all married with kids. So,
Bro, I'm like a professional third wheeler, bro.
You are?
Yeah.
No way.
Because like in college, my best friends in college were this couple from Canada, but it wasn't like they were a couple and therefore I want to be their friend. It was more like they were literally no other North Americans in the building.
Right.
So they're from Canada. That's the closest thing to a North American, right? Because we're
Yeah.
all North American. We have a
Yeah.
similar culture, similar taste.
It's a cool.
And the
vibe,
dude
though.
is a Taiwanese Canadian.
Okay.
And the girl is a Hispanic Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
But like because we all shared like a similar background and similar
Yeah.
values, we just became friends.
For sure.
It was just like a lack of relatable people.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But like because
you
the
hang
three of
out
us would
with
hang
the
out a
three-
lot,
yeah.
it became me third wheeling
Oh, that's fine.
for like 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And then my best buddy here, one of my best boys, he's in a relationship and he lives
Uh-huh.
close to me, and we're usually the two most free in the group just to go for a drive or whatever.
Okay.
And he'll bring his girl along.
Yeah.
So now I'm like third wheeling again. I'm like, yo, I didn't mean to do this, but it
Yeah.
happened. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I love that vibe. When there's a group of friends, there's a girl, guys in the mix. Yeah,
Well-
it's fun.
well,
if
not-
it's all
not-
guys, then what do you talk about? If it's
Oh
all
no,
girls.
when
what
the
do you
guys
talk
get together, it's a great time. But
about? Yeah. Actually, I need more guy friends. You want to be friends?
I'm down. Yeah, this is the time I'll sign it into paper. It will be signed into legislation. We are now friends, and we'll get the we'll get all the other Davids in town to sign it too.
Yeah. We met the David walking up
We'll have the one upstairs. We'll,
All right, we'll go across the hall.
We'll get
across
the other
fucking
Davids,
courtyard.
yeah.
We'll stay with that David. We'll start
From
with
this
David.
moment on, we are friends, Dave.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you need your boys too.
Yeah, I feel like the boys are dudes generally tend to be loyal to each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an unspoken like ability to hang,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Like even when guys don't like each other,
Mm-hmm.
they'll usually get it resolved.
Yeah.
Either that or they'll never talk again. But it's not dragged on.
About it. Guys just
Yeah.
don't talk about shit.
Well, we'll talk about it, and then it'll just like not be. It'll just be that's it, right?
Mhm.
Like guys either squash it or leave it,
Yeah.
but there's no like long term trickle on effect where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we'll shit talk this guy for the next 20 years.
Yeah, it's like no big deal.
Yeah, it's like,
Whereas
whatever.
women, maybe that's the case.
Yo, women can hold some serious grudges.
Hold
man.
some fucking yeah, dude. I actually looked up why that was. Do you know why they do
Why?
that? It was like an evolutionary adaptation, and they participate in what's known as reputational warfare.
What the fuck?
With the old clans.
With
I know,
the
dude,
old clans?
This podcast.
What are they, shinobi? Like
I don't know. Well, I guess in like the gatherer hunters,
Oh my god.
they would have like tribes of no more than 100. So like within
That's
that, they would
wild.
compete with the other women to be the best fit mate.
Oh.
So you'd talk shit about the other women about, maybe they're sleeping around. I don't know.
Because what I've noticed is like guys who have a lot of female friends
Mm-hmm.
stereotypically tend to be gay.
I have a lot of female friends.
Or are single but just can't close the deal.
That's me.
I used to be that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's females, straight females with a lot of
Mhm.
straight guy friends.
yeah. What is that stereotype?
Nothing. It's just females with a lot of straight bro friends, like a lot of
Okay.
like brothers.
Yeah.
But how often do you? There's not as many straight guys who have a lot of. This is gonna get me in so much trouble.
No.
There's not as many straight guys with a lot of female friends
Yeah.
who are just like platonic like sisters. It's just not as it's not as common.
For sure.
I don't know why that is.
But
I noticed that. Like I noticed that like
kind of have a lot.
there's a lot of women with like, oh yeah, every dude I meet is like my homie, and that might be a protective mechanism to keep relationships platonic,
Yeah.
which makes a lot of sense because dudes are infinitely more horny than chicks.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
we just
yeah.
can't control ourselves. Just
Yeah,
flinging
right.
ourselves at everything, and
Right.
seeing if it sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
But like maybe that's a defense mechanism. It's just like just to keep
Yeah.
everyone at arm's length.
Mhm.
Maybe
for the guy that's
for the girl who's keeping all the all the guys as friends, like all the
Yeah, I see. Yeah, for sure.
because they don't want to be known as prude, but at the same
Yeah.
time you want to be like, I don't want to fuck every guy I see, and therefore
Yeah.
like, keep him at arm's
My
length.
roommate Alexis is like that.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of platonic guy friends.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's more common
Yeah.
than dudes be like, oh, all these women, got to keep them off me. It's just-
Right.
That's not a thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When's the last time Dan Bilzerian was like, yo, I just can't keep these
Aw,
bitches off me,
Dan
man.
Bilzerian. He strikes.
what a clown,
He strikes
but
me as a tool.
What a wild guy. But
Yeah.
he's never like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a problem he feels like he has.
Right. For sure. Yeah, I wanted to look into that. What is the stereotype around a guy that has a lot of platonic female friends, but isn't gay? It's a guy that
For
wants a relationship but can't close a deal. That's me.
Well, actually, that'll be a whole network show. That's a network show right there.
That's a TV show.
That's gotta be at some point.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I never watched that show. Did you watch that show?
I watched bits and pieces.
Yeah, I always hated it because
I think Lillian Marshall was like my favorite.
Family Guy shit on it. That's why
Family Guy
and then I could never
took
see
a
it.
huge dookie on that show.
Yeah. Have you met Ted? They made him gay. It's like Suit Brothers. And he's
Oh
like
my God.
Suit up and he goes with condom.
I think that's one of the few clips of that show I did see. Yeah.
He's like, I love you. And they start making out. He's like, suit up. Seth MacFarlane is like, yeah.
Legend.
Oh God. So relationships. All right, cool. So you're in the market for a new relationship. That's good.
I think so. I think it's like if I wanted to something organic. I don't
Yeah.
want to feel like it was forced. I
Yeah.
don't want to feel like I'm throwing myself at people.
For sure.
I'm trying to, even though in this industry you have to like promote yourself to people, like it's just a comic. That's how you get around. You just have to promote yourself, constantly try to get your own fans and shit like that.
Yeah.
I do want to prevent myself from doing that to people I meet outside of the industry.
What do you mean?
So like I don't have like multiple facets that like I display at different times. I kind of just do me all the time.
Yeah.
But in doing that, some bad habits from one side, good habits on one side look as a bad habit to others.
Okay.
So like if I'm self-promoting myself, I don't want to self-promote myself as a comedian to like regular people.
Yeah, but that's what you need, regular people.
People like say that I'm like going on dates with, for example.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, like
Wouldn't
I just
do
got to
that.
remember. I just trying to consciously dial back.
Yeah,
my personality.
that's a nice little thing to keep hidden for them. And
Yeah,
then you find out later, like,
yeah,
oh,
exactly.
shit.
I think for me, it's
David's
like
got a lot going on.
I'm trying to.
It's this David guy. I'm kind of.
I'm trying to dial back my personality, so then when they get to know me better,
Yeah.
they get the whole hodgepodge or whatever the hell this is.
For sure.
You know.
Yeah, I've also heard that tip for dating.
Can't give your whole self.
Yeah, keep your poker hand to yourself a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm
You
learning
can
to get
still
better at
showcase
that.
your personality,
Sometimes-
but just ask them a ton of questions.
Exactly, because you know, like sometimes you get excited.
Yeah.
I gotta remember not to ramble. You know, just, like, dial back.
Yeah. I have a problem with that too. I'll talk a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
But I learned that from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. When Seth, what's his name? Seth Rogen
Yeah, Rogan.
was trying to tell Steve Carell, he's like, just ask questions. That's it. Because women don't really care what you have to say, and all they want to do is talk about themselves. So be charming.
I've heard that
but
used
kind
as
of a dick.
advice.
Think David Caruso and Jade. And he's like, I know exactly what you mean.
That's a
Are
great
you
movie.
fine? You're fine then. And she's like, are you fucking retarded?
I was just watching that with my buddy a few weeks ago. Yeah.
So good, dude. 40-Year-Old
Great.
Virgin is the shit. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, anyway, dude. So, fuck. Well, we're going 2 hours again. I always say we're not going to go 2 hours, but we kind of have. So, let's pick a closing question.
Sure, let's pick a
You
closing
know what
question.
Well, describe your first kiss.
My first kiss. Let's see.
I guess it's not a question. That's a statement. That's a command.
That's a command. My first kiss. All right. I was half passed out
Oh no!
in like a lounge chair type of thing. It was like a giant disc.
Where was this?
I was sobering up at a summer party.
Oh, okay.
And I just went to like I wanted to be away from people for a little bit. Just
At a slumber party?
no. It was like a daytime thing. But I was
Daytime.
like, so I get when I drink, I get sleepy.
Yeah.
If I drink too much, I get sleepy.
And what? How old were you?
I was like 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was just
Yeah.
like, I want to just kind of gather myself again, so I can go back out to the party. So I went and tried to take a little nap, like a 10-minute like power nap. Right? And I wake up with this girl this girl found me there. And I guess she was hammered too. She gets in the little round thing because it's big enough for two. It's like a big disc. It's like a wicker disc.
Okay.
Right?
A wicker disc. I got
And we
it.
start like cuddling. I'm like half like functioning. She's like half functioning. And at some point we start making out. And then I was like, oh. And then her friends come looking for her. And I'm like, and she goes and tells them she's fine because she wants to stay. And I thought we was about to smash. I was like, oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
So I
you
locked
gonna
the door.
smash on the same time as your first kiss?
Yeah, this is like a magical moment was about to happen. So I locked the door.
All at once.
She locked the door, and like we was about to, get into it, and then she was like, "Oh, actually, just let my friends know I'm okay, so I can come back and they won't bother me." But her friends kept her up there, trying to sober her up again.
Oh god.
So ruined it. Which, probably fair, probably avoided a wild sea of problems that was gonna happen afterwards because she was inebriated. And I remembered what happened. Even if I wasn't inebriated, if I remember what happened, it was gonna look bad on me.
That's so
for sure. It was gonna look bad on me.
Yeah,
because I don't like forget things when when people get drunk, and they get blackout drunk, they tend to forget things.
Yeah.
I like enhanced memory when that happens.
Right, for sure.
Slurred speech with enhanced memory. That's how it usually happens.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
So yeah, it was a weird one.
Yeah, that's so great. That's like innocent. And it's so funny. You remember all the details.
Yeah, because my memory was like on 12.
Yeah, like, this is a big moment.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, this is nice.
Yeah, it reminds me of fucking Superbad. When they're in the bed.
I got laid to that movie.
What's that?
I got laid to Superbad.
You did?
Yeah.
Like McLovin?
Literally, yeah. And I got and the girl bought me a McLovin shirt the next day.
Oh my gosh. Was that when you lost your virginity?
No, that's when I was dating that Atlanta girl.
Oh, okay.
This girl in Atlanta.
So you started dating her after?
No, we were dating already.
Oh, you were dating already.
And then for some reason she got into it over the movie. Superbad.
Yeah.
Mind you, I didn't have a bed frame. I was on a mattress on the floor.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Because I was only there for a year. I didn't need all this furniture, right?
Badass.
It's just like
you don't need a bed
I'm pretty
frame.
sure it was like
She
when
likes
the
you.
cops were like trying to get McLovin some ass, like that scene when they're driving him to the party.
Yeah.
It was like that. I was like, what the hell? This is so weird. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Fuck. And then he comes out of the party and then like, this guy's crazy. Run for your lives. God damn it, you stupid cops.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, he's so fucking cool.
Yeah, and at that point we just start fucking.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a weird one.
Good shit, man.
Yeah.
You're a savant, dude. That's awesome.
He's something. I don't know. I'm something. I don't know what I am.
All right. Cool, man. Well, dude, thanks for doing the show. This
Thanks
was
for
fun.
having me,
Do you have
man.
anything you want to shout out before we sign off?
The Lil Dumpling Show is monthly. Come check it out.
Yeah.
You can find it on Lil Dumpling Comedy on Instagram, or just follow me at David Adam Jin with a J on Instagram. All my shows and information are there.
Hell
I sell food too. The website's linked there. You can do whatever you want. Hope to see you guys.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for doing it, Jim.
Once that deal is done. Once that deal is done. Ain't got no more boats to run. Once that deal is done. Ain't got no boats to run. Once that deal is done. Ain't got no more boats to run. Once that deal is done.